If Rodon's a C+, Weathers and Warren have to be less. I don't know if we have enough cards.
That becomes an availability thing, like, again, taking the pill versus performance.
Right. Yeah. Or these guys should be C pluses too. Like maybe I might vote for to switch the C plus with Jazz to Warren, just because they have made every start.
Warren coming back changed the whole board.
But I'll go C's for Warren.
Would you rather take Warren's first half or Jazz? With a lot of speed, some pop.
Yeah, I guess so.
Bases.
Weathers and Warren have to be the same grade. They've had the same first half.
That works.
I think they literally have the same ERA and game start.
It's a Sunday doubleheader with the Yankees and Dodgers playing ball in the Bronx. 12:35 today.
That baby stop!
The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan. AM 660, 1019 FM, and available en Espanol on the free Odyssey app.
Orgavada Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore with FanDuel's Super Sub. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York, and with FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. It has all the betting markets you could possibly want. And when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Talk sports after hours with Tommy Lugauer, 7 to midnight. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts, Tiki Barber, It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
What day is it? The Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash show open, full-fledged. It's a Sunday morning from Fanatics Fest live at the Javits Center. Shaun Morash and Tiki Barber here with you up until 11:55 a.m. and a Yankee pregame as we get a doubleheader here for the Yankees and Dodgers. Tiki, what a day in New York sports it is about to be. The Yankees and Dodgers with a doubleheader. Games at 12:30, and the Sunday night game, the national TV game, and in between, sandwiched in between, the conclusion of the World Cup, the World Cup final, as Spain and Argentina take place at NYNJ Stadium.
That's right across the river over at, I always want to say MetLife, whatever it is. It's MetLife Stadium. It's MetLife Stadium, even though the FIFA wants to call it New York, New Jersey, or New Jersey, New York Stadium, whatever it may be. They did all those renovations over there. I just saw some of the pictures. It's going to be fantastic with Spain taking on Argentina and what everybody anticipated was going to be the final. When you first looked at this World Cup and the rankings, Spain is the reigning European champion. Argentina is the reigning South American champion. So you got two of the best, two of the biggest names, obviously, in Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal, but it's really been Spain's defense. We'll break it down as the show goes on because we love to talk soccer.
We do.
Especially when Evan's not here.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of sports going on in this town with obviously the Yankees, the World Cup. I guess we have to include the Mets.
Yeah,
even though
I don't know.
It's
Francisco
mostly
Lindor
just
made
for the
another error.
negativity that they kind of elicit in all of us.
Yeah,
and then obviously training camp is right around the corner, dude.
And that's where we set the scene. Look, we're going to get into the Aaron Judge injury news because Tiki and I have not been on since the update, and then the update to the update. We will get to that throughout the show. If you're getting in your car, driving to Yankee Stadium for Game 1 of the doubleheader, but. Unbelievably, almost to me, as I board the Long Island Railroad and come in early this morning to day 4 of Fanatics Fest, it was a pretty big sea of blue today, Tiki. And then I got out, Penn Station came up, and it was as if I was going into a tailgate at MetLife Stadium.
Okay.
Giant jersey here, Giant jersey there, and that is because today at Fanatics Fest happens to be a pretty big Giants day. We're going to do a little side talking Giants a little later on in the show, but Cam Scadaboo is here. Jackson Dart is here. Eli Manning is here. A little bit later on, Malik Neighbors will be here.
Nice.
All at Fanatics Fest. So if you're a Giant fan, where it felt like the first couple of days were Nick heavy, some Yankees, Dodgers, today feels like a very big football day.
Saw some Devils. Jack Hughes was here.
Yeah, absolutely. But today feels like a bit of a big blue takeover. And yesterday, we kind of got the start of that. Here we go, Tiki. On a Sunday, if you would have asked when we left here Friday what we were leading with, I never would have thought Cam Scadaboo. And from Fanatics Fest, news happens. It was on this Sunday at Fanatics Fest last year that Tommy and I did a show, and about 15 feet behind us, Kevin Durant was on a panel when it got announced he was traded to the Houston Rockets. That seemed to be the big story. While we've had weird Logan Paul and Brady beefs, it feels like the biggest story as we wake up Sunday morning that's emerged from Fanatics Fest is, what the heck is Cam Scadaboo doing?
Right. That, by the way, that Brady and Logan Paul thing, such a work.
I mean,
don't believe it.
Listen to me. With all due respect to the people at Fanatics Fest, if you're somebody that thought that was real, I mean, there's a lot you must believe.
For those that missed this, Cam Scadaboo was on stage yesterday, and I guess, I don't know what they were goading him about or talking to him about.
I
or
think it was that
cheering him on.
WWE thing I talked about to do
Right,
the entrances.
Right, but so he does that entrance, he gets out to the stage, in the front of the stage, and then he tries to do a backflip. Now, he does it, he lands it, but then he falls.
Yes.
And as soon as he fell, I'm saying, did he just jack up his ankle again?
I thought the same thing.
And obviously he didn't because he got right up, but it just brings to bear that sometimes these young kids who are feeling the moment, and Cam Scadaboo is one of those guys.
Yep.
That's why you love him. If you're a Giant fan, you love watching him play because he feels every single moment.
Yep.
And he's in every single moment, and he's given every bit of effort in every single moment. But sometimes when you're wearing tennis shoes or slick shoes or whatever the heck you got on your feet, the last thing you want to do is try to show off in front of people.
No doubt.
And so, note to Cam, it is okay to be the man without having to show that you're the man all the time.
Yeah, we know you're the man here already.
Right. We know you're a super athlete.
That's it. And look, Tiki, I'm very torn this morning on Cam Scadaboo. Very torn. Because, on one hand, I've waited a long time, and by a long time, it's probably really just been like the last 10 years, to have the Giants have guys with that fearlessness that just, like, they don't care. They're too young and dumb to even know that, the Giants have stunk and the team is necessary. And Jackson Dart and Scadaboo, I think as a tandem, represented that last year, whether it was Jackson Dart's fearlessness, the way he ran into things in Scadaboo. But to me, I think there needs to be a little bit of a tightrope worked here. And I'm not going to lie, I had an issue with Scadaboo yesterday. It would be hard for me to wave the pom-poms and pretend I didn't because of this. You know why I know I had an issue, Tiki?
Why is that?
Because when I saw him do the backflip, and then I realized everybody else was melting down about his rehab, I was upset. In general, it had nothing to do with the fact that he got hurt last year. It was just the idea of you can get hurt doing that.
Yes.
So while everybody,
which is, by the way, my biggest fear. We had this conversation 2 days ago. What's your biggest fear of the season? Not
Injuries.
just for any team, one specific team, but just in general. For me, it was the Giant injuries. That's the only thing I fear. Because it's the only thing that can dampen the enthusiasm that we have for the Giants this year.
But that reaction of, how could you be doing this while you're rehabbing your way back? What you shouldn't be doing it anyway. And listen, Giant fans, and this includes me, we have a lot of scars because there was once a time they took David Wilson in the first round, who was a phenomenal athlete, UVA, I believe.
No, Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech, I'm sorry. And the constant backflipping that he always did to show off his athleticism. Later on, he has, neck and spine problems.
But that was unrelated to that?
Unrelated.
But still.
The point is...
It made you nervous every time he did something great.
Every time. And for Cam Scadaboo, you want to backflip after you score a touchdown. I probably still would have an issue with that. But when you're out at the Javits Center trying to show fans you're back, we believe you're back. By the way, in 10 days, we're going to see clips of you running in West Virginia to know you're back. I don't need you doing that. And at this point, we saw him backflip at the Brian Burns Celebrity Softball game, but he stuck the landing, so it didn't get that kind of reaction. We know you're good for camp, Cam.
Right.
We know you're good. Don't get hurt. Yes. Because the moment you get hurt, that depth starts getting tested. And then you're going to go from hero to zero in this town real quick if you're not available to play football games.
Now, and again, this isn't something we need to worry about, really, but it is something that in the back of your mind brings up the biggest fear that I have, and I think a lot of people have, for the New York Giants this upcoming season, because the roster has been remade, right? There's so many new faces here, from the free agents in the wide receiver room, obviously the rookies that were brought on the offensive line, and Francis Mauinoa, CeCe Mauinoa, Malachi Fields. You look at the defense, there's tons of new faces here. They're big, they're aggressive, they're physical. This is exactly the type of John Harbaugh team that you want. The only thing that's going to derail this team is when guys start to either grossly underperform or get hurt. And we've had too many issues with injury to good players. Andrew Thomas is the prime example that just derails any kind of forward momentum that you might have had. And so, again, Cam, we love you, bro. Leave it on the field.
Leave it on the field. Which now brings me to the next part of this, which is, how the heck do you think John Harbaugh feels about this? Because John Harbaugh, I believe the reason was he was moving into his new digs or whatever, was supposed to be at the Brian Burns Celebrity Softball game. And a major question leaving there when Malik Neighbors is running down to first base or tracking down whatever, playing dodgeball, was, well, if John Harbaugh was there, would Malik Neighbors had been participating? We'll never know that. But clearly after that, we all wondered, did John Harbaugh say anything to Malik Neighbors? Should he not be playing dodgeball? Cam Scadaboo was also doing backflips there. Has John Harbaugh spoken to Cam Scadaboo?
Clearly not. Because he was doing backflips there, and he's doing them here on a stage at Fanatics Fest.
So I take you back to 2012, Tiki. I felt like Evan Roberts today. I did a lot of research on John Harbaugh dealing with things like that.
Right, because he did have a whole handful of injuries that derailed some of those, maybe not seasons, but derailed their postseason aspirations because of injuries.
Here's a story I was unaware of until today. In 2012, I believe after the wild card round, there was video out in a driveway on a street of Joe Flacco skateboarding and kind of tripping over a skateboard. Okay? The neighbor that was outside filming decides he's going to pick up the phone and call the Ravens front office.
Get out of here.
To leave it. True story. You can look this up. Leave a message with Ozzie Newsome to tell him, listen, I'm a big Ravens fan. I live on the same block as Joe Flacco. He's out here screwing around on a skateboard. We're in the middle of the playoffs here. This gets back.
Is he with his kids? Is he like,
So Flacco ended up answering for this. So Ed Reed ends up getting asked about it, and Ed Reed kind of had an answer somewhere along the lines, paraphrasing, like, your focus has to be on the field. Like, we can't be doing stupid stuff.
Skateboarding.
But I guess the idea, you trip and fall and break an ankle skateboarding in the middle of a playoff run, you're going to go nuts. Flacco kind of cleaned it up afterwards and said, listen, it was the first time I was ever on a skateboard in my life. I was outside with my kids. Yeah, that's what he said.
That's even more
worse.
reason not to do it.
He goes, I was just having fun. Believe me, I'm good for the players. And basically the thing went away after that, and Harbaugh had said, we've handled this in-house. Flacco, it's 2026. There has been no evidence in 14 years that Joe Flacco ever stepped foot on a skateboard again. Now, why is that relevant? Well, that was just something nonsensical that was non-football related that could have led to a lower leg injury. Mm-hmm. And John Harbaugh, Ozzie Newsome maybe as well, handled that internally, and it was never an issue again. And Joe Flacco has been kind of like the most mature person since, even the way he handled Lamar Jackson.
But I think he's that way anyway.
I think but he never made that mistake again playing for Harbaugh.
Yeah, I would assume this had something to do with this kid. It'd be like Brooklyn, who's here with us today. Mm-hmm. She wants one of those electric scooters.
Oh, okay.
Right? Everybody wants the electric scooter.
I can't stand them, by the way.
I can't stand them either. But
people bring them on the train.
You know what's going to happen when kids want something? They're going to get it. But Brooklyn has an electric scooter, and she's trying to figure out how does this thing work? What do I do? How do I operate this thing? And as a dad, you can't help but just go, I'll show you.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll do it for you. So I would suspect that Joe Flacco was just trying to show his kid how to ride a skateboard.
Okay, and even if he was, and that's far different than Scatterbo, the point is Harbaugh handled something there.
Yes.
Harbaugh handled a nonsensical activity that could injure you, and whether it was harmless or not, it was never done again by Joe Flacco.
Right.
And I think if you're John Harbaugh, I think, honestly, one of the first messages as you start training camp, on top of the message and togetherness, is stupid things are going to derail this season if you do stupid things.
Well, here's the thing that's interesting to me, though. Only because the aforementioned Brooklyn Barber.
Yeah.
She's a cheerleader. And she's an unbelievable tumbler. If I said, hey, Brooklyn, go do a backflip, she would just go do it.
Right.
It'd be like you telling me, hey, Tiki, go sprint 5 yards.
You could do it.
It's just easy.
Yeah.
It's something that is so ingrained in her athleticism, and so this pertains to Cam Scatterbo. It's so ingrained in his athleticism, it's not hard.
No.
Now,
I agree.
Could I run 5 yards and like twist and sprain my ankle and fall down and look incompetent? Sure, but it is very unlikely.
She's throwing you a look as you just said that.
Of course, because she hates when I talk about her. But it's very unlikely that I could tell Brooklyn, go do a back handspring, and she's going to fall and hurt herself. So Cam Scatterbo, when he does these things, he just thinks this is routine.
I'm going to land.
This is easy for me. I know I'm going to land. There was a point in my life when I thought I tried to do backflips. That stuff is hard.
Yes.
But once you get it,
you get it.
You get it. It's easy. So that's the only pushback I would have with having him.
Okay.
Like trying to get, if John Harbaugh was trying to curtail him from doing this, because he does it so easily.
He does it so easily, but you know what? Even if you do it easily, all it takes is one time to screw it up.
I agree.
But I also don't
do it on a football field,
field
with cleats on grass or turf or whatever it is. Don't do it on a stage at Fanatics Fest.
On hard metal for a pop that does anybody no good. So look, I just hope this is a learning lesson, and part of the reason you bring a John Harbaugh here is to make sure kind of everything's in order and nothing nonsensical happens. So I'm going to hope that's the last time we see an absurd backflip from Cam Scatterbo. Now, the other part of Fanatics Fest, as I mentioned, Malik Neighbors is going to be here today. He has an autograph session lined up at 1 o'clock. And if you've followed any of the social media that has existed here through Fanatics Fest, seemingly anybody that has signed an autograph or taken a picture, there's been quotes and people have videoed. I wonder, will Malik Neighbors come in here, A, limping, because that is going to be filmed. It is going to be filmed the way Malik Neighbors is walking. Let's be honest, any step. And B, what happens? Does anybody get a chance to get like a quote out of Malik Neighbors? Do you think we learned anything good or bad about Malik Neighbors today?
I think the most important thing is to hear how you can tell when someone is asked a question about their health, if they're just lying to you to give you lip service or he really feels good about it. So for me, the biggest question for Malik Neighbors is, 1, how are you running? And 2, when do you expect to be on the field for Giants training camp?
Yeah, I agree. And I just wonder. I mean, he may not have that answer. He's got to go through the physical check.
Right. But he should be asked that. That's my point.
Yeah, and I got to be honest, Tiki, I probably am a little disappointed if he's not running at all by now. If you could at least gingerly run home and play dodgeball 2 months ago, you mean by 2 months later there's nothing even light running going on at that point?
Right.
There's got to be from Lake Neighbors.
I think that I can't get that image out of my head. I really can't.
The lumbering,
and so I
limping.
almost want him to jog Just jog in front of us.
Just to see what's up.
Just to get that image out of our head. Because as long as I hold that image, I feel like he's not going to be ready to play this year. And that's not fair to him.
So you need a new image.
I need a new image.
Maybe we get a new image.
Neighbors. Now, he's not going to run in here. It's like concrete floors and whatever.
But you need a clean walk.
I need a clean walk.
Yeah, I need a clean walk on film with Malik Neighbors.
This is how we evaluate players in 2026. Give me a clean walk, bro.
Give you a clean walk. We will have plenty on what's going on with all the Giant players here. Plus, we will get into Yankee baseball as well, as we got another update to the update from Aaron Judge, and there's a World Cup final being played. If you're making your way into Fanatics Fest, the final day of this insane 4-day weekend that has just grown and grown and grown. We are down here on the lower level of the Javits Center, right by all the autograph lines. We're going to see a lot of Giant fans here. Tiki and I are here until 11:55 this morning when Yankee baseball on a huge day with a Yankee doubleheader and a World Cup final sandwiched in between in this entire area exists. And we do have an Evan Roberts update. He had a flight canceled due to the weather. Mm-hmm. He is driving back from North Carolina.
He's got to be back already. Didn't he do it last night?
He texted us last night. My flight got canceled the one time I was flying. I still had to drive.
Now I got to drive 9 hours home.
Before we break, by the way, did you see some of the videos of the flooding yesterday in New York?
Oh, it was bad. It was terrible.
Crazy with the Clearview Expressway.
It came down so fast last night.
Yeah.
My pool overflowed.
Mine did too. It was crazy. It's up to the top. The shock, the whole deal. But yeah, like the scenes on the Clearview Expressway and the LIE were nuts. So I'm sure that's why a lot of the flights got canceled. And of course, the Yankee game would probably been dangerous for a lot of people to try to drive there last night if they even tried.
And it was thundering and lightning. It wasn't just the rain. It was a thunder and lightning storm.
Some of the bolts off the water on Long Island last night was insane. I felt like it was the
perfect
pretty
storm.
Though. It was. Well, I had one of those. I sat on the porch for a little bit. Then one bolt got a little too close. I retreated back. But yeah, Evan will be back with us tomorrow when we return in full. So here we are, Tiki and I, sitting here till 11:55 with you here at Fanatics Fest at the Jarvis. I say Ray Jarvis is back at the shop, the Javits Center, otherwise known as the Jarvis Center. All right, more thoughts on that World Cup final coming up and the Yankees and Aaron Judge. It's Evan and Tiki with your calls, 888-808-1019, when we come back next.
From off-season moves to position battles and the biggest storylines surrounding the Giants and Jets, WFAN is getting you ready for football season. Expert analysis, breaking news, insider insight. Football lives here. WFAN. Every opinion counts with...
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW-1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Game day weather is brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Expect partly sunny skies and a temperature of 88 degrees at the start of today's FIFA World Cup final in New Jersey as Spain battles Argentina for the championship.
New Jersey sets the stage for FIFA World Cup 26. 8 epic matches, including a final. Come for the games, stay for the wow. New Jersey, where the world meets its match. More at visitnj.org.
Did you know the average person keeps the same bank account for 19 years? 19 years ago, you still had a flip phone. That was just a phone. If you're still banking like you did when you parallel parked with just your eyes and a prayer, it's time for a change. Upgrade to Citizens, where how you bank changes with you. With our enhanced mobile app, you can track your credit score and talk to our chat assistant, Sizzy. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Learn more at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
Living in the city that never sleeps, you need a powerful home connection that keeps pace with your midnight grind. Keep your connection as legendary as the city itself. If you're a Verizon mobile customer, switch to Fios Home Internet and get reliable 100% fiber optic speed for just $20 a month. It's high-speed fiber dependability for less than a week of subway rides. Visit Verizon.com and switch today. Availability varies for new Fios customers with AutoPay, Mobile Plus Home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. One offer per eligible account. Additional terms apply. Limited time offer.
Monmouth Park Racetrack's Surf and Turf Seafood Festival returns Saturday, August 15th and Sunday, August 16th. Featuring lobster rolls, crab cakes, and much more. Head to the track for the shore's best seafood, plus live music, live racing, and you can even meet Al Dukes on Saturday, August 15th. General admission is just $7. Use promo code SEAFOOD26 at SeatGeek.com/Monmouth to save 15%. It's the Surf and Turf Seafood Festival, August 15th and 16th at Monmouth Park Racetrack.
Baseball season is here, and now you can trade every game on Kalshi. You can also trade who will win the big game awards, which teams will win their division right now. You can even trade who the next manager for Boston and Philadelphia will be, as well as the date when a manager will be fired by. Maybe you want to trade on who will win the championship. The team from the Bronx is trading at 14% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $655 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code CMAC to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com.regulatory.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
I can. You can't spell American without it. And now during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, you can celebrate 250 years of the country that can, with a vehicle that always can. I can go where freedom takes me, and take it all in with Jeep Wrangler's legendary 4x4 capability. I can see this country in all its beauty, in Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV, and I can celebrate it all in the brand that America calls its most patriotic. And right now, during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, well-qualified current FCA lessees get an ultra-low mileage lease on the 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4 for $419 a month for 36 months with $2,239 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Jeep has won more awards over its lifetime than any other SUV brand. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Current vehicle must be registered to consumer at least 30 days prior to lease. Extra charge for miles over 22,500. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 8/3. Jeep is a registered trademark.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where supplies start at just 25 cents?
Staples has the latest laptops with up to 40% savings.
I may hug the cashier.
So embarrassing.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples with up to 40% off select tech. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
WFAN Live from Fanatics Fest is brought to you by Fanatics Fest, the world's #1 sports fan festival, and by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman wants parents and families to know the warning signs of opioid addiction. Sometimes addiction doesn't announce itself. It can look like exhaustion, failing grades, sudden mood changes, missing pills from the medicine cabinet. These may be signs someone you love needs help. Don't ignore what you're seeing. Opioid deaths are down in Nassau County, but one life lost is one too many. If you or a loved one need help, call 516-227-TALK. It could save a life.
Relive an amazing Mets season when the 1986 World Series champions reunite at Citi Field on Saturday, August 1st. Be there to celebrate the players, memories, and moments that made 86 unforgettable. Get your tickets now at Mets.com/tickets.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started today. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York, and with FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, has all the betting markets you could possibly want, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and older, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, please call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369.
It's the Carton Show with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle. Afternoons 2 to 7 on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
I root for a team that's 16 games under 500.
Yeah.
We're irrelevant. This sucks. So, oh my God, we helped the Phillies or the Yankees win a World Series. It doesn't make anything worse for you. It's just reaffirmation that you got the wrong general manager and maybe the wrong owner.
Get the Carton Show on demand. Available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and the free Odyssey app.
The Fan Focus is brought to you by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Yankees, of course, rained out last night. Day-night doubleheader today. They have moved Cam Schlittler, as have the Dodgers, Yamamoto, to the first game of the two. Those were not the scheduled starters for last night's game, so they will pitch early. That sucks for NBC and Sunday Night Baseball. They don't get that. Right. The Mets yesterday fell 6-1 for the third consecutive day. Francisco Lindor has made an error yesterday, just a puzzling throw. You can't make it up. And Kodai Senga absolutely stinks. So, Tiki, just this will be our kind of, Mets tickle, if you will,
the
real quick.
The requisite Met half minute.
First of all, I know why, because you have to pitch somebody. But Kodai Senga, I can't imagine he has any trade value, any whatever. At what point do you just eat money and go, I can't, for the sake of the integrity of this team, pitch Kodai Senga in games anymore?
Yeah, it's hard to stomach him as a Met fan because you know what he should be, but you know what he actually is also.
Yes.
And he doesn't have whatever that it was from it was last year. What am I talking about?
The beginning of last year was the ERA leader.
He was unbelievable. It's just gone. And so they've already tried multiple things. They sent him down to the minors with an excitement he accepted just so he could work on his game, get himself right. They moved him out of the starting rotation, put him in basically the long man on these bullpen games. Yeah. And so it's kind of worked, but not really, because he gets 3 innings in and then he turns into a shell. If you need to DFA him, the problem is you can't DFA him.
You can't.
Because it's a lot of money just to eat.
Now, there's two branches of the Francisco Lindor situation I want to run by. Number one, his head coming out of this All-Star break, and no shocker with the report that comes out about, the idea that he's not included on that list of do not touch. This goes beyond physical. Like, what he did with that throwing area, his head is just not in the game.
It almost feels like he's saying out loud by his play, hey, you don't want me? I don't want to be here.
Exactly. He's got a George Costanza element to him now. He's in a fog, and I don't blame him either, by the way. At this point, it just feels like the Mets have gone out of their way to disrespect Lindor in what seems to be like a blinking contest of trying to get him to admit he wants out before they actually push him out. Now, John Heyman, the other branch of this, did come out. I'm losing track since we left here in Friday. I don't remember if it was Friday night, Saturday morning. And basically poured cold water on the Lindor to the Yankees aspect of it, which was probably a long shot, but something we brought up Friday.
Right, doesn't make sense.
But did not dismiss the Yankees possibly acquiring another former Yankee from the Mets. Now, he didn't say who that was, but it had me thinking.
Who would it be?
Luke Weaver?
Or Clay Holmes?
Or Luis Torrens, I guess, would be the least sexy to come catch, but...
It's probably Torrens.
Probably.
Because that's when you really look at what the Yankees are in need of right now. It's a catcher. So it's probably Torrens. It's not the sexy name that you would think about.
Now, Luke Weaver that has sex appeal to me.
But it almost feels like Luke Weaver doesn't want to be here. Now, not that he has a choice, but he is the one that the Mets can get value from because he's had a fantastic last month and 2 months of the season where until, less than a week ago, he gave up the first run in forever. And so Luke Weaver is valuable. So whoever, as a contender, grabs him is going to get a really good pitcher.
We're going to do Aaron Judge in about a half an hour, but this is my requisite. I put it in. I want to do it early. The city is buzzing. Full disclosure, there's a hotel over here, a really fancy hotel, Tiki, that I walk past to get to the Javits Center from Penn Station. I know it's an expensive hotel. I'm not going to give away the brand. A lot of people in soccer stuff and camera gear were lined up outside, and I asked somebody what was going on, and they wouldn't tell me who, but one of the teams is apparently staying right here.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah. No.
I mean, it makes sense because it's right.
It's also right by the tunnel.
It's right by the tunnel. It's easy to get to the stadium. But why would you stay in... First of all, why would you stay in the city? Why not just stay in New Jersey?
I don't know.
There are tons of great hotels in New Jersey.
I do not know the answer to that, and maybe that was something with the glitz and glamour, but people were fired up out there for the World Cup. So, before I break down what's about to happen in the game, and I have some thoughts, Tiki.
Do you?
I've done my research. I have some thoughts. I was at a block party yesterday, and all anybody kept coming up to me was talking about how much Tiki loves soccer, and they appreciate the fact I was watching the third place game.
Right.
And they appreciate the fact that you're into it. Tell us what you're doing later if you're coming by Fanatics Fest after the show today.
Yeah, so as soon as our show is over, we were supposed to be on until 1. We're now off at 11:55 because the Yankees got rained out, and now they have a doubleheader. So we're off air just before noon.
Yeah.
And then around 1 o'clock at Fanatics Fest, I'll be on the Men in Blazers podcast with Raj and that crew. Talking a little soccer, obviously also talking football because they're
American football.
They are now a network, Men in Blazers Media Network, and they have a bunch of podcasts, and some of them are football related.
That's crazy.
It's football players who like soccer, baseball players that like soccer, things of that nature, and so I'll be on their live taping of their podcast,
and that's upstairs
at 1:10 or something. I'll be on stage. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. I love those guys. I listen to them all the time, obviously being an aficionado of soccer.
Yeah, Men in Blazers where Tiki will be. Now, as far as this World Cup final goes, it's Spain and it's Argentina, and I'm going to make a comparison to a New York team here, Tiki.
Right.
I believe the way this World Cup has gone, Spain has a lot of New York Knicks entering the NBA Finals in them. They have outscored opponents 13-1 in this run.
Yes.
So for those who haven't fully paid attention, by the way, halfway me with Spain. I brought up to you last week the idea of the climate control games. It feels like they were not out in the sun a lot.
Yes.
Spain has dominated this World Cup. And Lamine Yamal is obviously the emerging star that everybody's talking about. But we were also focused on France, at least like the casual jump in France and Argentina.
Because they have all the names.
All the names. So I think when you wake up today, it's easy to say Argentina's the comeback kids. They have fought back in these last 3 games. They're never out of a game, which is going to hold true today.
Of course.
But all along, we heard, just like we did in the NBA, the Western Conference, it's the Thunder. Oh, it's Victor Wembanyama. Oh, it's the star power of this, it's the star power of that. And there were the Knicks making this dominant run where they could not lose, blowing out opponents at times. And they end up winning the NBA Finals. And then we look back and go, should we have been surprised they dominated the whole time? Is that a fair comp? That if Spain just goes out there and handles business today, it kind of is a Knicks-esque run through this World Cup?
Well, in a sense, it is. But,
soccer guy.
But I think the difference is that Spain was one of the favorites. I guess...
But the Knicks sort of were, too.
We made the Knicks the favorites, but I think the regular season didn't show that.
Yes.
Right? The regular season was they can't beat the Detroit Pistons. Maybe the Celtics are going to be a threat. They're in the 3rd seed. They have an advantageous journey, but we got to see it in order to believe it. I think with Spain in particular, They're the reigning European champions, and so they were the best team in Europe. And this World Cup has been unbelievable for them. When you talk about Lamine Yamal, fantastic. But they've conceded one goal this entire World Cup, and that was against Belgium, and it kind of was it wasn't even really that meaningful.
Has that been more opponent played or more their defensive style?
No, their defensive setup is fantastic. Their goalie, Simone, is fantastic. And in their midfield, in particular, Ruiz and Rodri, they dominate control. So you can't move the ball through the midfield. And then when they are in possession, their passing is pristine. It's on the money. They don't turn the ball over, so they don't give you chances. And that's what happened against France.
Yeah.
France didn't have any offensive chances because of how in control Spain's midfield is. So I kind of want to like Spain. I want to say this is Spain's World Cup to win, but there's something about Argentina. They just don't lose. They find ways to pull themselves out of purgatory or death or whatever the heck you want to call it and come back and win games even when they're not playing well and down multiple goals.
All right, so this is the way I'll comp it. 2 champions in this town. Spain is the 2026 New York Knicks, and Argentina is the 2011 New York Giants. Kind of just everywhere they kept fighting back late and winning these games. So today at the World Cup, you will find out the better team to determine a champion. The 2026 Knicks or the 2011 Giants. They are facing each other in soccer.
If Argentina is the Giants, give me Argentina.
All right. Tiki, all in. Is that really who you think is going to win today, Argentina?
Honestly, I do think it's who's going to win this.
I think I'm on Spain. I flipped around.
Yeah, I
think it's going to be ho-hum, and you're going to look back, and I think you are going to get the passing of the torch that everybody's alluded to now between Messi to Yamal.
It's funny because we had multiple callers call us earlier in the week and talk about the conspiracy of Lamine Yamal and Lionel Messi, because in what year was it? It was 18 years ago.
You're going to have to help me with those years.
So I'm screwed up in my mind.
On
Whatever
the
it was,
yeah.
When Lamine Yamal was 5 months old, he took a photo with a European star with a UNICEF and some magazine. They were doing this ad on soccer and UNICEF. So Messi, at 20 years old, had this photo shoot with this little baby. He was 5 months old. He was bathing him, like literally bathing him, like holding him, and it turned out to be Lamine Yamal.
It's an incredible story.
The extension of that not controversy, but that coincidence is that at the beginning of the World Cup, not like a week ago, at the beginning of the World Cup, the American Dream had this massive poster on the side of the building, this big
when
wrapping.
It's that big, we call it a mural.
A mural, right, on the side of the American Dream. And there were 2 players on that in the entire World Cup. It was Lamine Yamal and Lionel Messi. So
and here's the path.
Look,
they're both here.
It's coincidental, right? That they meet on this stage at this moment, at this arena with the photo mural of them together, and the Lamine Yamal just turned 19. Messi just turned 39. So the torch is kind of like passing.
Yeah, Messi might play in one more World Cup, but he's
there's no way Messi's playing
43.
There's no way.
He's just going to retire after this.
He's not going to retire.
Well, he'll play. He'll play for Miami.
He'll play for Inter Miami for the next couple of years, but we'll see. This might be his last World Cup.
So this could be it out at New York, New Jersey Stadium. One more point I wanted to make. Yesterday, watching the 3rd place game. Look at me. England and France on a rainy Saturday.
Okay, how much money did you bet on it?
I got to be fair.
There's no way you watched that game without putting a wager on.
I stayed away. I was a good little boy yesterday, but I was with people that were betting this and betting Mbappe goals as they were down 4-0.
Forget Mbappe goals. You should have just done over.
Yes, because nobody was playing defense.
No.
But I have an issue.
Why?
Once again, Shawnee Soccer has an issue.
What is your issue?
It's the 3rd place game, 4th place game. Mbappe's goal yesterday cannot count towards all-time World Cup goals.
Why not?
It's a loser game. It's over. The World Cup is over. You're basically just playing the Philip Hard Rock yesterday.
It was filled, wasn't it?
It was. It
was meaningful to somebody, but not to either of these teams because Harry Kane didn't even start. Jude Bellingham didn't even start in this game.
So how could you have Mbappe's goal count towards his all-time World Cup goal record yesterday?
Because he's been phenomenal in this World Cup. You got to give the man his due.
Tiki, nobody was playing defense. It would be like counting rushing records in a 3rd preseason game in the NFL. That doesn't count towards the records.
Were you not entertained?
Okay, I was entertained.
Thank you. You were entertained.
Because I'm a sucker for offense.
That 3rd place game might have done more for soccer than all of these other games because it was exciting.
Hold on. That might be the hottest take we've heard on Fanatics. The third place game might have done more for soccer.
Yes, because the casual fan was watching. Was like, man, this is awesome. Look at all this scoring.
Yes. And then they're going to put on today, and it'll be a 1-0 trap, and you're going to evaporate all of that.
There's no way. It's at least 5 goals in this game.
5 goals
at
today?
least.
You know what's going to help the goals? We panicked this entire World Cup about the weather, right?
Yes.
It's hot and humid. The water breaks you kept bringing up every 15 minutes.
Hydration breaks.
As much as yesterday stunk with the weather, look at what's happened today. This is maybe one of the most beautiful days of the summer.
Because
low
the
humidity, the rain has gotten out.
It all away.
Dare I say a nip in the air when I walked out onto the streets of Manhattan today. That low humidity, I think Spain basically playing all these climate control games, they're not going to feel any of that heat today now either.
No, you're right.
And I think that plays to it.
It's actually a perfect day to play a World Cup final.
It is.
In New York, New Jersey, or New Jersey, New York?
I think it's NYNJ Stadium.
New York, New Jersey Stadium.
New York, New Jersey Stadium.
Otherwise known as MetLife.
Yeah, the artist formerly known as MetLife, soon to be again MetLife, formerly known as Giant Stadium.
That's correct.
All right, the crowd is starting to bustle in here at Fanatics Fest. How about the Jackson Dart jerseys, too, the Cam Scatterboot? I told you, it's a big, big blue day here.
Of course it's a big blue day. We got all these Giant fans that are going to show up in about 10 minutes. By the way, the doors are not quite open, but they will be open. I guess the VIPs are rolling before 10 o'clock.
The VIPs are rolling. This guy's dressed as Cam Scatterboot showing up here.
There's a bunch of Giants signings that are right behind us down here on level 1 at the Fanatics Fest. So.
As a Giants guy and you a Giants, this feels good. It's a Giants day around here.
Dude, all I see are Giants jerseys. All I see are Giants shirts. For most of this Fanatics Fest has been everything but Giants.
I'm old enough to remember a time when there was a freak out when Saquon Barkley left the Eagles that the Giants didn't have any franchise players. I don't know. It certainly seems like there's plenty of other jerseys here today, Tiki.
They're sellable jerseys.
Yes, sellable jerseys again for the Giants. 888-808-1019. Mike in Clifton Park. Mike, you joined us on the phones. What's going on, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys. Great show.
Thanks.
So a Met and a Giant point, please. So the Mets, the biggest mistake going back to last year was Peterson, Minaya, and Senga. They finished the year poorly, and they got all of them got brought back. That's 3 starting pitchers. Massive error by Stearns. And then Jackson Dart. I expect him to be less hurt this year. I think there was so much pressure on him to be the whole offense last year that he did anything he could do to win. They brought in some more talent for him, so I expect him to spread out the ball more. And thanks, guys.
I appreciate
you,
Mike.
Look, I'll start with Jackson Dart.
Yeah,
Jackson Dart last year was a rookie, and you know how I feel about rookies.
Rookies suck. He
doesn't suck, but you just don't know. You're just not aware.
Yeah.
You don't know the nuance of being a consistently successful player.
Right.
It's almost because in college you can just be great just by willing yourself to be great. It doesn't work that way in the league, and so there's details that you have to focus in on. And I'm not just talking about on the field. I'm talking about your preparation. I'm talking about how you take care of yourself, how you eat, how you sleep. All those little things matter on the professional level. And Jackson Dart, he did some of them well, really well, obviously. Some of them he didn't. And so his growth from year 1 to year 2 is the biggest thing you're looking for as we head to training camp next week down at the Greenbrier for the Giants. But I have the utmost confidence that he's going to do that. He feels like he's the kind of guy that wants to be great.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that I've always challenged with first-round picks, and this was my Evan Neal issue.
Yeah.
I don't think Evan Neal wanted to be great. I think he was happy being here.
Yes.
I got drafted in the first round. I have an opportunity to be a Giant. But there's a want to be great that you have to have in order to be great. I think Jackson Dart has that.
Yeah, my issue with Jackson Dart is I think he has that want to be great. I just think he needs to take a step back at some, he was a little too much out there in the offseason for me. Between fashion shows and everything else, I would like you to win a couple more football games before you're fully embracing that. And I love him.
I should understand what you're saying. But I also was someone who did a ton in my offseason. Now, it was later in my career.
Yeah, and I think we'll get there with Dart. I think for the first offseason, a couple things. It felt like everywhere you looked, I didn't miss Jackson Dart from the end of the season until now.
But that's also our society now.
Yeah,
you can't.
Everything's in our face.
Even if he's going on a vacation to, I don't know, Bora Bora, just pick some random place. If he's going on Bora Bora vacation, people are going to get social media videos of him.
I guess that's true.
It's just the way that it happens in today's society.
It's like when people see me eating fajitas at Chili's.
That's right. Even if he just wants to chill, it's going to end up becoming a big story for one way or another because he's Jackson Dart and he's become this this iconic giant, even though he's only played one season with the team.
Yeah, now as far as the Mets pitching, what he brought up is with Minaya and everything that did the investment. One thing that cannot happen at the deadline, Tiki, and I've already seen the rumor mill swirling. Do you see who the front runner is to acquire Freddie Peralta?
No.
The Milwaukee Brewers. Now, here's my issue. You traded for Freddie Peralta from the Milwaukee Brewers.
What was that deal?
They gave up Sproat.
Right.
And Jet Williams.
Jet Williams.
You're going to now turn around for pennies on the dollar
and hand them back?
And hand them back to Milwaukee, and they're likely going to keep the 2 prospects you gave up?
That's bad.
David Stearns cannot do that.
That's a bad look.
To me, there's basically one. Remember, I preached this on Friday about farming your own land and getting your best return on your investment. If Milwaukee's the best return you're going to get on your investment, and it doesn't involve getting the guys back,
it's ultimately what you have to do.
I don't know about that though,
dude.
How could you trade him and not get your guys back?
The Mets need to reset what their idea is for success because they don't know it. They don't have a plan right now, and particularly with their rotation.
Yeah,
and so Freddie Peralta is not your answer, and I don't think that's pressure pitching in New York. I think that's just he had a bad season to have a contract year.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
But Teak, it's going to look so poorly if you hand him back to Milwaukee, and now they end up with Peralta and Sproat in the same rotation going through the postseason. Like if it's David Stearns, I think at that you got to find a deal somewhere else. He cannot be traded to. He just can't. You cannot hand him back to the Milwaukee Brewers. Imagine that. Imagine letting all the favorite Mets go, and then the one big fish you acquired this offseason, you just hand back to the team he came from.
I have no idea what kind of season Brandon Sproat is having.
He's been decent. At least at last check. I could be lying if I checked in the last 3 weeks.
He's all right.
He's all right. But all right has been successful for the Brewers. The point is, if he ends up having a good career and then you ended up trading Peralta back, I'm so out on that. And that just can't happen. Again, the Mets are going to be sellers, and Freddie Peralta should be one of the biggest fish they sell. He can't end up back with the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, the other part, before we get to the Yankees coming up in the next hour, have you paid attention at all to what the Boston Red Sox are doing?
I have not.
So the Red Sox now once again have a rally yesterday. They have 12 straight wins, come back from 4 down versus the Rays. They have made themselves 5 back of the Yankees, 7 back of the division because the Yankees are 2 back with Tampa.
Right.
Ever since Boston beat the heck out of the Yankees, they have not looked back and lost.
Right.
And now we're sitting here again, and I think we're going to have a second half where I have to wonder, are the Red Sox going to catch the Yankees?
They're 5 games behind.
5 big games behind the Yankees.
Yeah.
And Judge ain't walking through that door anytime
and
soon.
Finally over 500, as you mentioned.
Yeah,
I mean...
They're alive and well,
Are you
Tiki.
sweating the Red Sox?
I am. They're starting to become a fear for me. Because if they play this hot and this unconscious and their young players have clicked, I can't believe it, too, after firing Alex Cora. They're going to be a pain in the butt if the Yankees find them in a division series like that, or dare I even say it just matches up that way in a wild card series. I am fearful of another series with the Red Sox.
Yeah, I mean, look, they got some players that scare you a little bit. Contreras scares you a ton. I mean, he's already at 21 home runs. It's quietly his 21 home runs.
Yeah.
Braves having a good season as well. Like, there's some players on that team that are veteran enough to know how to win at this stage of the season. So I'm not scared yet because they were bad for a lot of the season. I mean, they were at the basement of the.
They were talking about trading Chapman, and Chapman was looking for apologies.
That's right. And so I don't know what they are yet.
Okay,
that's the problem. This could just be a hot streak, as what happens in baseball.
We'll talk about the future of the New York Yankees as it pertains to this year and get Tiki's thoughts on the update with Aaron Judge. We're another hour plus away. My buddy Justin Pennick from Talking Giants going to join us up here. We'll have a little Giant roundtable. We'll get you set for Yankees and Dodgers in the next hour as well. It is a big, big blue show here with a sea of Giant jerseys at Fanatics Fest, as several Giant players about a week or so away from their trip to West Virginia are in the house at the Javits Center, and Giant fans are dying to be relevant again. So big Giant day. We're going to continue to talk about that, the Yankees as well. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash, without Evan Roberts, who's driving home from North Carolina. More when we continue next from the Javits Center.
It's After Hours with Tommy Lugauer, 7 to midnight on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
There have obviously been a lot of names that have been bantered about. Some of them, I think, are names and players that the Yankees should target. Others, they should not. Including one name that I've gone back and forth with, but I've settled on it now, and that's Rafael Devers.
Get After Hours on demand, available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, and the free Odyssey app.
This is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hi, I've been dreaming of having an epic college setup.
But your college budget is less than epic.
Way less.
Well, with IKEA, you can get everything you need for college, from bedding to storage and decor, all at a great price.
That's good economics.
Sounds like someone just found their major.
Visit IKEA in-store or at ikea.us to get ready for college. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents?
Staples has folders, notebooks, and pens at great prices.
I'm smiling from ear to ear.
It's the most wonderful time.
Mom, I missed the bus of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples, where school supplies start at just 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit your local Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
Make it a summer of live PNC Bank Arts Center. On select shows, get 2 lawn tickets for $55 and 4 lawn tickets for $99. And see July 25th, John Mellencamp. July 26th, Lynyrd Skynyrd and Foreigner. July 31st, Motley Crue. Get tickets now while supplies last at pncbankartscenter.com.
Looking for the best value on new tires? Get to Town Fair Tire. We honor every valid manufacturer's and competitor rebates and give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
If you're tired of dealing with dummies every time you shop for a car, I get it. All the games they play, the back and forth, it's brutal. Well, the team over at Route 22 Toyota seem to have it figured out. They're real people who have made the entire process of buying a car simple and that smart. Plus, they're easy to get to, right on Route 22 in Hillside, New Jersey, and they're always on the money with incredible deals on their huge selection of new and used Toyota. So remember, if you're tired of dealing with dummies, get over to Route 22 Toyota and experience the smart way to buy your next vehicle.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circa Sports contests. Entries starting at $1,000, all with no rake. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action, 128 ways to win. Circa Survivor, pick one winner each week. Last one standing wins. And Circa Grandissimo with $100,000 entry. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. 30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. After years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. With Red Pocket Mobile, you lock in your rate and you keep it. No price creep, no sudden jumps, just straightforward pricing and premium 5G plans starting at $10 a month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Right now, you can grab a full breakfast at Dunkin' for $6. That's 2 wake-up wrap sandwiches and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for just $6. It's quick, easy, and it covers your whole morning, all in one stop. Did I mention it's filling and delicious, too? Because it is. It's a full breakfast, a great value, and it just makes mornings easier. So next time you're at Dunkin', don't overthink it. Order the Dunkin' $6 meal deal. No substitutions. Participation at times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer. Cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org. This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Start the day with Boomer and Gio, mornings 6 to 10 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
It's a special edition of Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morris live at Fanatics Fest from the Javits Center. And if you ever really wanted to see what it was like when an Easter bunny is at a mall the whole month of April getting pictures, that's what Tiki Barber just went through here. A full line of people, because this is, as we've
including
alluded to.
Doodles.
And Doodles is back here. Doodles is the guy dressed as Cam Scadaboo. He was the guy who doesn't know how to shade black people, as we
exactly
as
right.
we talked about coloring wise on
Fantastic
Friday.
artist, but
Fantastic artist. Needed some work on the shading. He walked up and even recognized him. How about this? He's meeting Cam Scadaboo today, and he met Scadaboo yesterday. I saw a little video pop. There were two videos yesterday, Cam Scadaboo. One that he can't stick the landing on a backflip that sent everybody nuts, and the other was him going out of his way to come up to Doodles and go, I know who you are, and immediately sign for him yesterday.
How did he know who he was?
Because Doodles is always sending the Giants all the little cartoons he makes of them.
Got it.
And he drew his Twitch card, yeah. I mean, so Doodles has really become a man. He might be the biggest victory lap guy to come out of Fanatics Fest this weekend. He's got an FA and airtime. He's got Scadaboo recognize him. But I don't know, Tiki, this reminds me of when we did the afternoon shows from American Dream, and it was the tailgates before the Giant games. Like, I'm getting the warm and fuzzy feelings watching the Giant Blue out there.
There's
like,
Giants,
this is good.
There's Giants everywhere today because the Giants
I feel
are
at home.
signing.
Yeah, Friday when I was here was all Knicks jerseys, and as a Net fan, I sat here, I'm like, man, I just feel like I'm kind of at like a Knicks party. Today I've showed up, it's like a Giants tailgate party.
Who's the first Giant that's signing over here? Because it's got to be somebody.
I believe Scadaboo and Dart are both at 11 o'clock.
Oh,
Arvell Reese now.
Dude.
So Arvell Reese is in the house.
I've not met him yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so Arvell Reese is here, and I know Neighbors is signing at 1. So this is just a sea of Giant fans, and again, I feel very much at home.
You feel comfortable and at home?
I do feel very much at home. We'll get to the Yankees in a second, but how about our buddy Kendrick and Suffern, who thought smoke was going to be a problem at the World Cup, and now it's not? Kendrick, what's up? 888-808-1019.
What up, Kendrick?
Yeah, I mean, what a week of weather. I mean, the All-Star game missed the smoke. The World Cup missed the smoke. Woke up this morning, Shaun, just like you, and I said, what a day for the finals. We're going to have the Jordan to Kobe, the Kobe to the LeBron that we never had in basketball, in soccer today with Messi and Yamal. So I did want to talk, though, more about Scadaboo and what you guys opened the show with. You know, I think if you want him to be your dog, you can't neuter him, right? Like, this is who he is, the good with the bad.
Right.
And I think part of the problem, and Tiki, you were talking about it with the rookies and everything like that, you know, Scadaboo has created this persona, and he's only played a half a season in the league, but that's kind of like what pro sports has become, where it's like a business and the sports entertainment. I mean, we saw Kat last night, you know, feud with the Judgment Day in a wrestling MSG event, and I started to think about, you know, Cam Scadaboo also, he took some heat when he showed up to MSG for a wrestling event, and what he said in response, and I want him to remember this, not because he shouldn't be who he is, but his response to the critics was, I'm not able to do what I've always loved, which is play football, so I'm just trying to have some fun. And I remembered that last night watching the event with my kid, and he said it realized he can have fun on the field, and he can have the Gronkowski persona, but Rob Gronkowski has that persona not just because he's a fun-loving guy, but because he has a Hall of Fame career.
Right.
This man has played 8 games, and I just want him to stay healthy because as a football fan, you know, he brings energy, he brings excitement, and his biggest strength is not so much running the ball, but how he runs the ball. And if he takes another bad injury, that goes out the window. So for me, you can't tell him not to do this, because this is what you signed up when you drafted him. You knew his persona. You can't tell him to be this on Sundays, but, you know, be a cool, calm, collected guy Monday through Saturday.
Yeah,
So
the challenge, Kendrick,
Kendrick,
is that the last thing you want is for something non-football related to be the reason that he's not a great football player.
Exactly.
And again, I don't know how long Cam Scadaboo is going to play. He could play 8 years, 10 years. He could play 4.
Right.
And so his style it doesn't last.
It doesn't.
And so as he gets more mature, meaning as he gets out of his rookie year, he knows the type of hits that he took a year ago. Can you evolve? And with a good running back coach, a good coaching situation with John Harbaugh, you just learn how to be more effective. You can still be physical. You can still be that pain in the ass that other defenses don't want to face. But you also have to be smart about yourself, because being available is the most important thing that you can do.
Yeah, and let's be real. The Giants did not address the running back position in the offseason. We heard rumors about, and how many shows did we do arguing about Jeremiah Love or Kenneth Walker. So they have Scadaboo, they have Tyrone Tracy, they have Devin Singletary, and that's kind of the room they're going with. They can't afford right now, roster-wise, as much as it's deep, it's also thin at the same time.
That's right.
You
There's a lot of players, but there's not any
Yeah.
that you're going to say, oh, I trust Eric Gray to carry the ball 20 times, or Dante Miller, Damon Bankston, who was the college free agent they picked up this year. But it's not, I know who my bell cow is. No. Running back room. Now, any of those guys could emerge and be that guy, but nobody's done it yet.
And let's be honest, as much as we all talked about Cam Scadaboo and he feels like kind of like, he eats paste, he's the fun story. In reality, Cam Scadaboo, the moment that Malik Neighbors went down and when the Giants had that mini little run there, he was an engine for the offense. He was more than just a good story or a caricature about himself. He's a legitimately good football running back.
Right.
So to that point about Gronkowski and everything, do I wish Scadaboo would do some of the less wrestling, wait a couple of years into his career to do the wrestling stuff? But, if his career's short-lived, I don't blame him trying to capitalize. In fact, I thought about this. I think I had less of an issue with Scadaboo fresh in the boot in the cast getting pushed on that wrestling event last year than I did with what he did yesterday. Because what he did yesterday just felt like you're a week before camp, dude.
Right.
It's
the last thing you want to do is hurt yourself on
Yeah.
a stage in New York City at Fanatics Fest when you have the most important season of, I think, a lot of Giants fans' minds in the last couple of years. So I think Cam Scadaboo is going to be fine. The one thing I would love for him to learn how to do is make it look easier.
Yes.
So you can always tell when that cliched flipping of the switch, like this aha moment happens, because it starts to look easy. Like some guys have it right away. Like Malik Neighbors, rookie
it's
season,
easy. Yep.
It looked easy for him. He had it right away. He knew how to body control. He knew how to get to the catch point, all those type of things. Cam Scadaboo, when I watch him run, it looks hard.
It does.
It looks like
everything's a fight.
It's everything's a fight.
He wins the fight,
of course,
but everything's a fight.
But I don't remember it being like that. Like when I got really good, it felt easy. And so,
yeah, I mean, you were free flowing.
But I want it to be like that for him because same energy.
Yeah.
But make it look easy. Don't quit making it look hard because hard is what's damaging.
And we'll find. Insert that as a drop. We will find. We'll find our path, hopefully, for Cam Skattebo to do it. Now, speaking of injuries, we knew it. We knew we were going to get the news on Friday, Tiki, when we got off the air as far as what Aaron Judge was. And we speculated, would it be good? Would it be bad? Now, the news we got is that there is some healing in the Aaron Judge rib cage, and they were waiting on word.
Some healing.
And they were waiting on word from another doctor. That word came in yesterday from the other doctor, and he said the same thing. Hey, yes, we are definitely seeing healing here. Aaron Boone acknowledged, I believe, yesterday now that the feeling was now more dull than it was sharp pain, which is, again, a good sign. He could start to do some light workouts, but nothing baseball activity-wise. I know our buddy Chris McMonagle was kind of freaking out about this negative. Look, I don't know what everybody was expecting. I think the reason I'm not freaking out is that's kind of the report I was expecting.
Yeah.
Which still plays in line with we're not going to see Aaron Judge at best until September.
When was this? This was
when the original injury?
Yes. So this is retroactive to when?
Oh, over 6 weeks ago. And it was 4 to 6 weeks. So this was our 6-week check-in. The 4-week check-in showed nothing.
So
6 weeks, we got some healing.
So he's on the 60-day.
He got transferred to the 60-day, which is just paperwork.
But it's retrospective to when it started.
Yep.
So he basically has 2 more weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Yes, for that. But look, you're still talking about a ramp-up. I don't know when they're going to do the exact re-imaging, but he's going to need another scan before he has ramp-up activity.
So there's likely 2 weeks before they scan it again.
Yeah, and then we'll see where we lie there. And then the ramp-up from there, I feel
he's not playing until mid-September.
That's what I'm saying, because even the ramp-up doesn't mean in 2 weeks, hey, we see light baseball activity from there is getting in the cage, swinging, doing all of that. And they're going to be extra cautious. That's going to be 2 weeks of that before we even consider rehab games.
And how can you even consider or even think about putting him in right field? So
I don't know how you do.
He's pure DH.
That's the Tiki. That is the golden point. I'm so glad you brought that up. So even when the Yankees get Aaron Judge back, and I'm thinking best case scenario, everything has gone well with a scan in 2 weeks, a ramp up. I think you're talking about 5 weeks from now.
Yeah,
and that's a week before Labor Day.
And then they have a log jam with who's DHing. I mean, How are you getting Goldie and Ben Rice? And if Stanton never comes back,
you're not getting Goldie at bats again because Ben Rice has to play first base.
That's right, because he's not going to catch.
Stanton then becomes the $1 million question. Does he, when he's ready, have the ability to go out there and play some left or right?
Well, he's going to have to
get at bats.
Doesn't matter. If they need those at bats, if they need some pop, they can't go through the same 20 or so game stretch where they were just anemic offensively. And yeah, they had some good showings. Ben Rice had some good moments. Cody Bellinger had some good moments, but they were anemic where they were scoring less than 5 runs for, I don't know, what was it, 20 straight games? And so going back to the early mid parts of June, they can't afford that again, especially as we just talked about 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago. The Boston Red Sox are now on their ass 5 games behind them. They're still trying to catch the Tampa Rays. Like, all these things are circling into play, and then you throw on the fact that Aaron Judge is not going to be ready for at least another month and a half.
Yeah.
And then when he is ready, the only thing you can do with him is DH him.
You almost have to, too, because that's also like – so the way to speed up the process on his return and get him at bats, again, by the time you're talking to September, there's not a lot of minor league rehab assignments to be had. That's simulation.
The seasons are going to be over.
Right. So he has to take those at bats in the major leagues when he eventually gets there. And I think you're right. I think you have to focus on his bat because that's much more important. But that's also going to convolute. Like, if Stanton can't go out there and play back-to-back games in the postseason in the outfield and Aaron Judge is only available for a DH, you know what is going to happen on this radio station. There are going to be people going, well, Giancarlo Stanton is way more clutch in the postseason than Aaron Judge is. Can we really afford to sit Giancarlo's October bat if Aaron Judge struggles at all in the postseason?
The answer is probably no. But
you can't do that to Judge.
Who in their right mind is not putting Aaron Judge in a lineup in the postseason?
You have to. And he hit well versus Toronto last year. That going. But this is going to be a controversy because it's the next step of this that nobody's talking about, and I'm so glad you brought it up, is the idea of I don't think he plays the – if we're having questions about whether he plays to begin with the rest of the year, I think you could almost stamp it. I would be stunned if he played the outfield again this year.
I would agree because it doesn't make any sense. Because you know why he's not – it's not a viable option for him because he's not going to scale back.
No,
he's not going to.
He can't help himself.
Exactly,
like Skattebo doing backflips.
He's going to put his body in harm's way to break. He's not going to be a liability in right field, and so you know he's going to run into walls. You know he's going to dive for balls. You know he's going to come up, firing the third or home or wherever it needs to be. He's going to truly stress his body in a way that I don't think he's going to be ready for it. And first and second of all, he's got to ramp up to do those things again.
Yes.
And
the ramp up sometimes takes forever, too.
I agree, especially when you're running around in cavernous outfields. So to me, he's a DH. And to me, I don't see this happen until at least the middle of the football season is going to already started by the time he plays again.
No doubt about it. You're getting giant football games.
Yes.
You're going to have a Geno Smith interception before you see Aaron Judge again. Your kids are going to be back in school again before you see Aaron Judge. Now, the only other thing about keeping him at DH that does have in the back of my mind, if you anticipate there is going to be a lockout next year, if you're that much foreshadowing, do you throw caution to the wind and go, we don't even know if there's going to be baseball. Maybe we do need Aaron Judge in the outfield, and if he gets banged up, we might be forced to miss games anyway next year? Is that sitting at all in the back of a mind?
Neil, if you're going to think that way, you just say put him out there anyways because he got a whole offseason.
And longer potential.
And potentially longer. So the offseason is going to protect you from any long-term issue with Aaron Judge. So just throw caution to the wind. But I just don't think that's smart because that then creates the opportunity for where it doesn't give him the opportunity to get fully healthy.
Yes.
And that's really what the biggest issue is. And you don't heal as easy when you're 34 years old.
No, there's no way you do. I know I don't heal as easy as I'm 39 years old. It's a brutal spot. All right, now Chris McMonagle, our buddy, big Yankee fan. They call him the Yankee Shill, the bloody sock. He obviously, with Craig, did the show on Friday. Yesterday, he was out here solo. Before the rains came, I did the old, let me get my mammoth ass in the pool, and I was vacuuming the pool, and I threw on Chris. What's Chris talking about? I want to hear his thoughts on Judge. He said something yesterday, Tiki, that I really disagree with him on. I'm curious to get your thoughts.
Go ahead.
He said if the Yankees know in the next 2 weeks internally that they don't think Aaron Judge is coming back, if this is a slow play, they will not be as hyper-aggressive at the deadline because they're going to have doubts they could do this without Judge. And I think, Tiki, to me, I disagree. And hear me out before, because I could already hear your teetering. You mean to tell me that the Yankees, who have invested all of this money between Cody Bellinger, Max Fried, Garrett Cole, they're going to look at one guy, and the most important guy saying he's not coming back, we're not going for it, even though in 20, whatever year that was, Ronald Acuna Jr. went out, he lost, he missed the season, and the Braves still capitalized. I don't think if you're Brian Cashman, you could look at the rest of those guys in the locker room, and the main guy I'm going to point to here is Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole pitched in a World Series, missed all of last year, fought his way to get back, looked like Cole again the other night. You're going to tell him he's not as important as Aaron Judge. His window's closing, too.
No, of course it is.
To be hyper-aggressive, this team is built on their starting rotation.
Yeah, I disagree with that. And the reason why is honestly because of the growth. And, it's been a marvel of Ben Rice.
Yeah. Yep.
I think for years we've wondered, other than Stanton, obviously, but we always know how unavailable he is at times. If the Yankees lost Aaron Judge, where are they finding that instant offense?
Yep.
Where are they finding that power, that high OPS? Where are they getting it from? There was not an answer. There was no answer. Maybe Cody Bellinger gave it to you here and there.
Here and there, right.
But it wasn't I fear this bat in this lineup. And Ben Rice has brought that back to the Yankees without
emerged.
Aaron Judge. He's emerged. And by the way, he was doing it when Aaron Judge was here.
Yes,
and so
absolutely.
Even without Aaron Judge, it's been the same. So I think that they've not replaced, but kind of substituted in the Aaron Judge figure. Now everybody else has to come up from there. You can't quit on the season. You can't punt the season because Aaron Judge isn't available. There's just too much other good stuff that's happening.
Yeah, if I have the opportunity to go trade a lot of prospects to get Mason Miller or Hunter Goodman, the Rockies all-star catcher, is the real availability.
You do it. You have a great rotation right now.
You do it, and be damned if Aaron Judge doesn't come back because you can win in a different way. You're right, the rotation. Again, if I'm Garrett Cole and I know my clock is ticking just like Aaron Judge's, it's not going to sit well with me that the team is viewing the Judge injury hey, I know I'm back. I have Fried. I have Schlittler here in the rotation. Go for it.
Right.
Go for it. I don't think Brian Cashman can operate in a world where the Yankees don't go for it. Now, as far as Friday night goes, I know we're kind of we haven't had a Yankee game since. I also want this for as much crap as Aaron Boone gets. I did not have an issue on Friday night when he kept Garrett Cole in there.
Yeah.
If for no other reason, we scream and yell about binders and books and analytics, and we throw these big name, stupid names out that Aaron Boone, maybe he's not the real manager on. If you're going to use your gut to let Garrett Cole try to battle, it backfires?
It was less gut. It was more him just
I think he was trusting his guy.
Garrett Cole convinced Boone to let him lead.
But I want a manager that's amendable with players that does do that.
I agree.
I can't crush him for that just because it didn't work out.
No, you're right. Muncy went home yard on him, and that was the only 2 runs that he gave up.
Yeah.
And by the way, at the end of the day, it was still a great start.
It was a great start. He dominated, ran out of gas, and also I think it's a lesson, right?
But it's also the same thing we've always talked about, by the way, before you get to your point.
Yeah.
The Yankees didn't hit.
They didn't hit. And when they did,
they scored a run.
You can't be sending Trent Grisham like that either. That was kind of the big story. But you're right. They didn't hit, dominant pitching. But I think it's also a lesson to be learned there. Just because Aaron Boone let Garrett Cole stay in that game on Friday night and it ended up backfiring, that's a lesson for everybody involved. Now in October, maybe you don't let Garrett Cole get to talk his way out of it. I'm okay punting's the wrong word, but losing that game on a gut decision that teaches you something about your instincts with Garrett Cole come this postseason.
Especially against the Dodgers.
Absolutely. 888-808-1019. We'll continue to take your calls and interact with the fans here at Fanatics Fest. We have a beautiful Tiki Barber jersey now that is being held up. Look at this. The 21 Barbers are still very much active. As we said, it's a big, big blue day. My Talkin' Giants partner, Justin Pennick, is going to join us at 11 o'clock. And I will tell you when we come back why I actually think the early game on the Yankee doubleheader today is what they call a can't lose. I won't call it a must win, but a can't lose. It's Evan Tiki with Shaun Morris live from the Javits Center until 11:55 this morning in Yankee pregame on what is a magical day between 2 Yankee-Dodger games and a World Cup final that could be a bit of a passing of a torch. New York City, New Jersey, the place to be in the sports world with Fanatics Fest, the epicenter of it all. It's Evan Tiki with Shaun Morris, special Sunday edition live from the Javits Center. More when we come back next.
The road to kickoff 2026 starts now. From off-season moves to position battles and the biggest storylines surrounding the Giants and Jets, WFAN is getting you ready for football season. Expert analysis, breaking news, insider insight. Football lives here. WFAN.
Here's a World Soccer Championship recap.
Brought to you by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. And by the first ever Infiniti QX65. Even though England and France played for third place, it was a high-scoring match, the highest since 1982. England came out attacking from the start, scoring early in the 3rd minute, the first of 4 goals in the first half. Then France came back in the second half with a brace from Kylian Mbappe, but it was not enough as the 3 Lions take third place 6-4. I'm Fernando Carlos.
Bring the flavor to the World Soccer Championship with Crush Orange Soda. Crush is the perfect pick for every match, highlight, and game-winning goal. Make every match even sweeter with Crush Orange Soda.
Game day weather is brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Expect partly sunny skies and a temperature of 88 degrees at the start of today's FIFA World Cup final in New Jersey as Spain battles Argentina for the championship.
New Jersey sets the stage for FIFA World Cup 26. 8 epic matches, including the final. Come for the games, stay for the wow. New Jersey, where the world meets its match. More at visitnj.org.
At Bank of America, we support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge. What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
The World Cup is here, and NJIT, the #1 public university in New Jersey for alumni success, is putting you in the action. Track how loud your city is with the Fan Sentiment Hub built by NJIT's Martin Tuckman School of Management. Visit njit-worldcup.com.
Orgavattazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS4KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Motley Crue, the return of the Carnival of Sins. Friday, July 31st, PNC Bank Arts Center. The Crew celebrates the 20th anniversary of Carnival of Sins. Motley Crue, with performances by Tesla and Extreme. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com. Motley Crue, part of the Cadillac Tri-State Concert Series.
No! USA is up 2-0. That is the most dangerous lead in soccer.
Relax, Mike.
See that, Dan? My left eye is twitching. That's my warning eye. It'll be 2-2 by stoppage time. It's never wrong.
With early payout from Bet365, I got paid the second they went up 2 goals. So to me, it's now the safest lead.
Early payout from Bet365, huh? Now my right eye is twitching, Dan.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Hi, this is John Starks, and I'm Tyler Kolek. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises. Lease a Sportage Hybrid for just $333 a month with just $3 due at signing. What we say is what it is, period. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens. Go New York, go New York, go.
36-month lease excludes tax, title, and MV fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles per year. Expires July 31st.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
WFAN Live from Fanatics Fest is brought to you by Fanatics Fest, the world's #1 sports fan festival, and by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
At Citizens, we know the world has gotten smarter since you started banking. Rings track your sleep, taxis don't need drivers, refrigerators have Wi-Fi. So why hasn't the way you bank kept up? Maybe it's time to upgrade to Citizens, so you stay ready all the time. With our enhanced mobile app, you can track your credit score and talk to our chat assistant, Sizzy. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Learn more at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC. Hey, it's Shaun Morash. I had a chance to sit down with Will Ferrell, Molly Shannon, and the cast of Netflix's The Hawk. So, Molly Shannon, did it ever occur to you how much we missed you and Will together?
I like that people respond to the nostalgia
because what they're feeling is real.
Yes, the nostalgia and all the feels. It's the golf comeback story for the ages. And The Hawk is now streaming on Netflix.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
Living in the city that never sleeps, you need a powerful home connection that keeps pace with your midnight grind. Keep your connection as legendary as the city itself. If you're a Verizon mobile customer, switch to Fios Home Internet and get reliable 100% fiber optic speed for just $20 a month. It's high-speed fiber dependability for less than a week of subway rides. Visit Verizon.com and switch today. Availability varies for new Fios customers with auto-pay, Mobile Plus Home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. One offer per eligible account. Additional terms apply. Limited time offer.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you more of what matters. More passenger space and headroom for greater comfort. More cargo space, a lower lift-in height, and a standard power liftgate on every model. More connectivity with Google built-in integration, plus Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. All in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Drive a Mazda during the Mazda's More to Move You sales event and discover what makes Mazda the safest new car brand by Consumer Reports. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
Gang Green fans, are the Jets ready to take the next step? Let us know what you think at 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Yankees and Dodgers, game one of a split doubleheader comes your way. Pre-game coverage, 11:55 here on the Fan. But the Yankee lineup for game one is out. It's Trent Grisham leading off in center field. Ben Rice batting second at first base. Jason Dominguez is the designated hitter today, batting third. Cody Bellinger out in left field, bats cleanup. Max Schumann. Just think about this. It's Yankees-Dodgers, game two out of the break, and Max Schumann is your fifth hitter in the Yankee lineup, playing right field. Jazz Chisholm at second base, bats sixth. Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, bats seventh. Ryan McMahon bats eighth at third base.
You got to play sometime,
Ali
Shaun.
Sanchez catching. I know, but
stop being a hater.
You know what bothers me?
You once loved that kid. You once thought he was the truth.
I did, but guess what?
And the light.
I was wrong. Here's the issue, dude. It's a doubleheader, okay? I understand that you're going to play your bench guys. That's what happens. You just had an all-star break. Can we play 2 games today if you're a bunch of these guys? Like, to me, I don't know. I'm reading this on it. We can't get Jose Caballero playing both games in this doubleheader today?
I mean, you're
fresh off a week off.
He probably wants to.
You've played 1 game in a week.
He wants to, but at the same time, you got to be protective of those guys.
Okay, but
I get it. I get it. I understand it.
Caballero, Goldschmidt, Rosario on the bench while Max Schumann's batting fifth today in a Yankee-Dodger game that Cam Schlittler is starting just is a little rough for me. Now, I did tease before we get to the calls at 888-808-1019 why I think today is more of a can't lose for the Yankees. Dude, the Rays have lost 2 games in this series to start.
Already.
Tonight, Ryan Weathers is pitching this game versus the Dodgers in the Sunday night game tonight. Now, Ryan Weathers has been up and down all year. But if you lose your Garrett Cole and Cam Schlittler starts, by the way, must be Cam Scadaboo sighting here at 10:30 or something. We're getting major pops going on here from the Giant
I don't know
crowd.
if there's Jet fans over there as well.
Is there? Big pops coming in with the crowd.
Who's over there?
Who's over there right now?
Who is it?
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Is that what he said? Seth Rollins.
That's why.
All right.
That's why.
The wrestling freaks are out going nuts. I'm complaining about Max Schumann hit fifth, and you got wrestling people going nuts.
I mean, that's what they do.
Cam Schlittler starting this game. I know they're facing Yamamoto, and this is a big one. To me, I can't go down 0-2 in the series after you spent that whole end of the first half rallying back. You're watching the Rays lose, and I'm going to put all the cards to avoid a sweep and a Ryan Weathers bucket tonight. I can't have that. They got to win this early game here.
Well, they got to win this early game because as we talked about the momentum that they didn't really establish momentum going into the break, but they just held form.
Yeah.
And so now that the Rays are getting beat by the Boston Red Sox, this is an opportunity. And you can't let these opportunities pass you by if you're the Yankees, especially when you're banged up like this. If you steal some of these games when you're not fully right, it just gives you much more momentum and more confidence down the line.
And just think of where we were. We were in a spot where the Yankees were entering that 4-game series with the Rays, and we thought, oh, my God, they're going to plummet. They're going to fall 7-8 games out of it. The Rays are doing them a favor, right? The Yankees won those 4 straight to kind of stabilize. They won that last game with Tampa.
It's just the luck of the draw.
Luck of the draw.
They come out of the break, and they have to take on the red-hot Red Sox.
Red-hot Red Sox. But I'd like to not have the Red Sox just gain all this ground on the Yankees while the Yankees also fail to gain any ground on Tampa.
That's the problem. Like, when you first looked at this matchup a week before the All-Star break, Boston was hot. They had won 4 or 5 games in a row. You didn't think they were going to win 12 in a row.
No.
You didn't think they were going to be so hot that they're actually now chasing you and on your heels.
How you feeling?
It's a weird let's go Red Sox, but not really.
Right. Now, I still think you worry more about the Rays, so it's a let's go Red Sox spot, but take care of your own business, so at least you know that while you're gaining ground on the Rays, because the Red Sox are helping you out, you're not letting the Red Sox close in on you either. So this is look, I hate to put this much pressure. I almost feel like the way this Yankee offense is cooking and Max Schumann's batting 5th, the Yankees almost have to shut out the Dodgers today.
Yeah.
With Yamamoto pitching, this has to be like a 2-0 game, and you figure it out. You know, find a guy to hit a home run for the Yankees, and you figure it out because, man, if you lose and you're lifeless offensively, and then there's Ryan Weathers, who versus a Dodgers team, let's be honest, that could be 3 balls in the seats in the first inning tonight on Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
That's a bad scene.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, Baltimore has quietly won 6 in a row. Going into and out of the break.
Pete Alonso's O's?
And they're 2 games behind Boston. So they're just a game under 500.
Could you imagine the Yankees falling to 4th place?
They are right there. All of these teams are starting to bunch together. The Yankees got to find a way to get hot. The problem is they don't have their best player in Aaron Judge.
We'll find a way to get hot without him. Now let's get to your calls, 888-808-1019. Anthony in Waterbury. Anthony, what's up?
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
All's well.
All right. Listen, the Yankees just need to stay afloat until Judge gets back, if he gets back. If not, Cashman needs to do some work. Try to get a big bat. If you can't, go out and get some little bats all over the place.
Get some little bats.
Bullpen.
Well, that's what they did. You know, Anthony, they did the little bats last year. I'm tired of little bats.
All right.
This team has struggled to score runs long enough.
If you can't get the bigger ones,
well, you still got to add, of course. But how about enough with, and thanks for the call, Anthony, I've had it with, you can't get this, you can't do that. You're the Yankees. You prospect hug every single year. And more times than not, when the prospects come up, they're fine at best, but they're not great players. Go make the move. And if that means Hunter Goodman, the catcher from the Rockies, go give up what you got to give up and make sure that catcher, you're not playing with 8 guys in the lineup, and at least you get some significant offense that way. I'm not expecting you to go, we had A-Rod on Friday. He's obsessed with Jeremy Pena, the shortstop from the Astros. You want to go do that? Go do that.
I mean, why did he keep saying him?
Jeremy Pena?
He was not on the radar.
Not on my radar at all. I haven't stopped thinking about Jeremy Pena
and
since Friday.
And is he even available? That's what it felt like A-Rod knew something that we didn't know.
Well, ever since he said that, because FAN Digital clipped that out, I know a lot of people have written about Jeremy Pena in the last 36 hours. He wasn't even a thought on my mind until A-Rod was on with us. It was like A-Rod put that in the atmosphere, and it was almost as if A-Rod had conversations with people, didn't realize nobody else had those conversations and was talking to us about it.
Or he's just trying to be an insider.
Yeah, which was fine, but I would love Jeremy Pena, who was obviously a big Astros prospect a few years ago. Pretty steady bat.
He's got a year of control after this year.
So the thought would be Houston's not going to pay him.
Yeah, so he's got a year. But I remember him as a rookie when he was. Didn't he win Rookie of the Year?
Look at
I think
this.
He probably did. But
what is going on here?
It's just crazy.
Guys dressed as the Giants' offensive line have walked in, and everybody is here. We have a Jermaine Illuminor.
I love this.
A John Michael Schmidt.
What's up, Schmitty?
This is unbelievable.
This is fantastic.
These guys are great.
You guys looked apart.
What's going on? John Runyon over here?
Where the heck did you guys get
Where's
the
our
full
Andrew
gear?
Thomas? Andrew Thomas is right here. This is unbelievable. Look at these guys.
You know the best
If you're
part?
watching on YouTube, you see this right now.
And you're like, what the heck is going on?
Andrew Thomas, hope you're ready for camp.
We're being invaded.
Yeah, we're being invaded by a Giants offensive line. Tiki feels safe. I feel like I'm back in my old fullback days that never existed. This is unbelievable. We're taking pictures here live on the radio. From left to right, we have a Jermaine Illuminor. We didn't do a fake Greg Van Roten here, right? I'm hoping that's a Mo we know it.
You know what's funny is I think that
they're waving
some of these fans
Thanks,
probably
guys. You guys look great.
Probably think these are the real guys.
Yeah, they can play it off. Now we're fired up for Giant football,
That's
right?
what I'm talking about. Appreciate
And how
you,
about the fact,
right?
Tiki, do you think we'd get to the point where it was something prideful to dress as Giants offensive linemen?
I mean,
after years of knowing that was the weak link?
That tells you how far we've come in the last 4 years.
Yeah. Those guys were all big, too.
Andrew Thomas has been a part of the solution for a while, as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah, but to have the Giants offensive
there was
line
a time. Goes back to my era when you knew all of them.
Yes, you did.
From David Deal to Richie Soyberg,
Kareem McKenzie,
Snee,
Shaun
O'Hara.
Yep.
Like you knew them all because they were together forever.
You even knew the depth. You get to the point, oh yeah, Kevin Booth, I know that guy. He's the sixth offensive lineman.
That's
Absolutely.
Exactly right.
That's unbelievable. So those guys, that might be the second best dress up I've seen this weekend. Besides
the fact that they did it together. It's
one
thing,
and they're all massive.
It's if one guy comes in dressed as a Giant offensive lineman, it's like, that's cool.
Yeah, but they
got all five of them
with
the right jerseys.
Yes, and if you're listening to the radio and you don't understand, they had the shoulder pads, the helmet, the gloves, the proper jerseys. I mean, geez, that
was fun.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, that was great. That's a great setup. It wasn't as good as the person dressed as the Knicks parade float I saw on Friday.
That's a good point.
But pretty damn close. And my buddies over that own Gavone's Pizza in West Islip, they had the kid out, was dressed as Madison Square Garden on Friday. I got to interview them as well.
How do you dress as Madison Square Garden?
So they had their kid strapped. I think his name was Anthony. I think. It was like
the arena, like the whole thing.
Yes, the arena was around the kid, so he almost like wore like these buckles that were holding it up, and there were details. It was like little cars and little people and little trees outside MSG, and with big light up signs, and then like the pictures of the Knicks players.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
all around. It was a cool setup. So those have been like the three best, but the Giants offensive line, that's pretty cool. I hope those guys go meet Cam Scadaboo and go nuts. Eddie in Rockland. Eddie, you're on the fan. What's going on?
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Two quick questions for you. Where would you rank the Giants' running game in the NFL and their run defense? Where would you rank them? And I got one question for you.
The run defense is terrible. It's been
but
bad.
where would you rank them in the league?
Going into this season?
Yes, sir.
I think it's going to be better. Hold on, I'll get to your second question after I'll let you ask it in a second. It's going to be better simply because of the personnel. We were just talking about Arvell Reese, who's getting ready to sign out here in front of us, but Tremaine Edmonds as well. It's a different defensive scheme. So I hope the run defense is better. They're going to have a lot of rotating guys in the D tackles. But from a running back standpoint, they're top five collectively. Yeah. They're definitely top five.
Really? Okay. And my
100%.
second question to you, as a Rams fan, I watched Eric Dickerson do nothing in the playoffs. I watched Marshall Faulk do nothing in the playoffs. In the 2001 Super Bowl, would you go back and change anything? Because to me, if you're playing the best AFC team and you're lining up conventionally, that's not me. I'm going to put my running back in the fly, on the side, in the deep, and I'm going to do speed. I'm going to put Collins in the shotgun, and I'm going to spread everybody wide.
I mean, Eddie, I appreciate your call.
He's trying to make you relive the game plan.
But he nailed it. Like, we were a running team.
Yeah.
Kerry Collins was really good. Amani was really good. Ike was good. We were a running team.
I mean, the theme of that year was Thunder and Lightning.
That's exactly right. We ran the heck out of the football. But then we played the Baltimore Ravens, who you cannot run the football on. I don't care who you are. Teams that beat them threw the ball around them. And then we tried to do what he said, get in the shotgun. And it didn't work.
It did not.
We didn't have the right day on the right day.
By the way, speaking of the Baltimore Ravens, this ties into the Jets as well. I think Rex Ryan is going to have a new tattoo coming.
Why?
Rex Ryan, who I never see pop on my Twitter feed at all, last night was in Baltimore, M&T Bank Stadium, watching Ella Langley. You familiar with Ella Langley?
No. Who is
that? Come on. You don't know Ella Langley?
Who's Ella Langley?
Ella Langley's become like the biggest country female star on the planet. Massive hits. You never heard the song, I'm choosing Texas, I can tell. No? It's Trent Grisham's walk-up song? Dude, look her up. She's a massive star.
Ella Langley.
She opened for Morgan Wallen last night.
Okay.
Rex Ryan ends up leaving this concert basically head over heels for Ella Langley, proclaiming himself. So the Ella fan club is called the Ella Fellas.
Ella fellas.
And he said he is now an Ella fella, and it had me thinking that his wife in the Mark Sanchez jersey, are we getting like an Ella Langley foot situation tattoo?
27.
27. But massive hits, very pretty, obviously. Has become like she's the closest thing in female music right now to Taylor Swift.
Huh.
That's how popular she is. I got to get you Come on, man. Teddy Swims knows who she is.
I'm sure he does. Academy of Country Music Award, New Female Artist of the Year.
Yes.
Huh.
I'm telling you.
All right, I'll check it out.
You check her out. But the point is, Rex Ryan.
I better not be disappointed.
Rex Ryan's basically drooling over Ella Langley. I think we're getting Ella Langley feet tattoos. Joey on Long Island. Joey, what's up? Joey,
what's up?
Hello?
Hey, Joey, what's happening?
Going on, Joey?
Hey, guys. Big fan, first of all. Wanted to put that out. I was listening to Friday's show, and I heard you guys say that if I wanted to call about soccer, I'd call before Monday when Evan got back.
Right. Get it in on a Sunday.
So I know, Evan, that Tiki, sadly, you're a Liverpool fan.
Oh,
but Shaun is open.
Stop it. Yes. Who are you a fan of, Joey? You got to identify your fandom before you say some blasphemous like that.
I'm a Nottingham Forest fan.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Middle table
So
guy.
He say Nottingham Forest?
I wanted to put it out there in Nottingham Forest. I wanted to put it out there that I know Shaun's looking for a team. If he comes to Smithfield Hall in the city to watch Nottingham Forest, the beers are on me.
Oh. So Smithfield Hall.
Where is this now?
Smithfield Hall on 25th.
Yep.
Okay, so that's in the city. And you told me we have to do the city bars
we're gonna do this.
All right, Joey.
You know what, Joey? I'm gonna come with him.
You know what?
I'm gonna come with him to make sure you don't corrupt his brain.
Tiki, I like what Joey's doing here, because you know what? If I am gonna do this, if I'm gonna make an open-minded commitment to be recruited, let's say.
Yes, you are being recruited to be a soccer fan.
I think I almost have to own this, because who in their ever mind would ever recruit me to do anything, right? I mean, I'm the free agency, sports teams. I can never change the sports fandom I grew up in. I didn't have soccer sports fandom. So I've been open-minded about the World Cup. There have been games I've liked. There have been games I didn't like. I'm looking to be entertained by the product. If you're going to bring me on a recruitment tour that involves beers being bought, and I'm going to different bars, that sounds like a good time to me.
You have to start calling them pints.
Pints. I've called a beer a pint before, but sometimes
that's what they say in England.
Tiki, unfortunately, anybody who hears me say, "Can I get a pint?" immediately brings me Ben and Jerry's. So I don't know. I don't know if I start using the word pint, I might just be getting, a lot of fish food.
It won't be Nottingham, by the way, that you're going to root for. They were 2 spots above relegation last year.
Okay,
so I need to find you a good team, because if you watch a bad team, you're not going to watch.
Exactly the point. I watch enough bad sports. I watch Nets basketball. They suck. I've watched bad Giants years. They've sucked way more than they should have. Don't get me started on the hockey the last 2 years. And the Yankees don't suck, but I live in a world where I feel like they suck because they ultimately don't win anything. So if you ask me to watch a soccer team that's close to relegation, I'm out.
I can't put you in the Man City jersey or Arsenal or Man United unless you want to be like Rondé. But I need you to watch multiple levels of games, so Premier League and Champions League. So I think I'm going to say Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Okay.
Well, we could call me more Aston Villa.
There you go, more Aston Villa.
Yeah, it's better than just more ass, which I was called way too much growing up, which is just absolutely incredible. Interesting. Okay, now the other thing about Nottingham, it's Nottingham Forest? Nottingham Forest. Right. Isn't that where, Peter Pan grew up? No. I know Nottingham Forest. It's like a Disney thing, is it not? Where did Peter Pan grow up?
No, Peter Pan was...
Peter Pan, Nottingham Forest. Robin Hood?
Maybe Robin
Hood and Peter Pan. Robin Hood is Nottingham.
It's not Nottingham, though. It's something else.
Robin Hood.
Sherwood.
No, I think I'm right.
I think it's Sherwood, right?
Oh, Sherwood Forest?
Am I right? It's not Nottingham Forest. There's no way that
it's the Royal Forest in Nottinghamshire. So there is a Notting.
I know, but Sherlock Holmes was... I mean, not Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes?
Robin Hood was Sherwood Forest.
Yes, which is in the Nottinghamshire.
What the hell are you talking about?
Hold on. Is Sherwood Forest a real... It is. It's a real forest. Was Robin Hood a true story? Now I've been down a rabbit hole here, Tiki.
That's me. I'm supposed to do that.
Yeah. Because I didn't know there was a team, Nottingham Forest. And now there's a Sherwood Forest that's telling me it's real. It's a Royal Forest in Nottinghamshire. William the Conqueror, Doomsday Book, the whole deal. I don't know what's going on here. This can't be good radio. I'm assuming Can somebody tell me, was Robin Hood a true story?
No, I'm sure it was based off somebody who was kind of like that, but not real.
Kind of like that?
But
like
not
wore
real.
green
I mean,
and looked like Pinocchio?
nobody ran around like firing arrows and robbing from the rich. And
why not?
And giving it to the poor.
They might have back in the day before TV. What else were you doing to entertain yourself?
Yeah, because but then he probably was caught and killed.
Well, that's sad. That's a sad. I didn't get that Robin Hood ending. Tiki.
I mean, Disney kills everybody, so I mean, you never know.
Dude, I still haven't brought myself to watch Bambi with my kids. I won't let them watch it. That is a tough ending.
It's over quick. I'm talking about the beginning.
When the mom?
Yeah.
Tiki, how did you watch Bambi with your kids at any point?
Never.
That's a tough one to explain.
I have not.
Because then they're not going to want to eat meat after that. I'm going to be sitting there trying to eat like a nice hamburger and go, no, Bambi's mom died.
What is this? Venison?
Yes, exactly. I can't have that happen. We need credit for something.
What's that?
Did you see what happened with the WWE last night?
I did not.
Okay. So the wrestlers came out, and Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns are there. Karl Anthony Towns did some kind of choke slam. But there was this dramatic open to the broadcast voiced by Eli Manning. And Eli Manning went through the lineage of New York history and kings.
Really?
Every champion that's ever lived here. Lawrence Taylor was a king. He even kind of reluctantly goes, and then there was this, and it was him throwing a Tyree.
Right.
The Jeter, the Mantle, the DiMaggio. He went through even boxers. All of these moments, and it was this really sick, clean package for 2 hours. And if you were a New York sports fan, it's all over social media today. It's going to fire you up. And in the end, it's a wrestling promo, and they show, Hulk Hogan at the end being a king. And it ends with, and now the next king of New York, Jalen Brunson. And I sat there and I watched. I said, this is a really cool package. But I want to know, where the hell was anybody saying anything about Kings of New York and King of New York until our freaking show made this a thing 3 years ago? And now it's like in the language of New York sports fans.
Because
Eli Manning's voicing a WWE Open?
It's a real thing.
But it was a fake thing.
But it started with us. It started with us because the brain of Evan Roberts, for those who listen to our show, is magical at times.
Yes.
He thinks of the dumbest things.
In February, this is how it started.
Because
it was off a Brunson game in February.
Football season's over. Basketball season's not quite in the height of it yet. And we needed something to talk about.
We did.
And Evan created this hidden room in Gracie Mansion where the mayor of New York has a secret crown for the king of New York.
He does. And now this has become a thing to the point where it's being voiced. So it did leave me thinking, the way Eli set it up last night, I can't believe I'm in this rabbit hole, Tiki, but I thought about it and I said, this makes the most sense. And we never actually had this conversation. Evan operated as if we always had to have a current king of New York. Okay, right? Is that fair? It was Judge was the king of New York. We did the vote.
Yes.
And it dawned on me after watching Eli's Open, Aaron Judge has never, I'm going to admit this, never actually been the king of New York, because to be a king of New York, you actually have to win a championship first.
That's right.
And this whole Open was showing you that from basically Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig and, whatever, then Lawrence Taylor and Clyde
when
Frazier.
you win a championship,
you enter the pantheon of the kings of New York.
You hold the crown until someone dethrones you.
Yeah, whoever the next champion is,
But you
that's
know
a
what?
star.
You know why that doesn't work for us?
Why?
Because we need to have this argument frequently.
Right, but
and you can't have the argument when our teams only win a championship every decade.
I know, but what it told me was prior to Brunson, Eli was the last king of New York, and prior to that, it was Judge. But I think it makes the most sense for a nonsensical argument
Jeter.
that's become real.
Jeter.
Well, Jeter won in 09, then Eli in 11.
But you said Judge.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, I have that.
You meant Jeter.
Judge was never the king of New York, despite me proclaiming it, and I want it on record. I only proclaimed that because Evan Roberts made it feel like it was necessary to have a current player be the king. Now we do. Jalen Brunson has taken his perch. He cannot be dethroned until a championship is won that is set in stone. No matter, doesn't matter. Judge could win 5 more MVPs the rest of his career.
So who's the next king of New York?
I think it's Jackson Dart, Tiki. If the Yankees don't win this year, I think that's the next team to win around here.
You know who it is?
Who?
Jalen Brunson again.
But then he could be the next king.
But he will be the continuing king.
The continuing king?
Yes.
Okay, but still, once you're the king, you're the king. He's going to retire a king. It's just a matter of if there's another active king after him. You can't re-be king.
Why not?
I guess you could re-be king if the Yankees won this year and then you won again next year.
You can re-be elected president.
I mean, that has even gotten a little out of hand at this point. But I think, though, as king, no, that's it. You have to stay. There's no re-being a king.
Okay.
So hopefully one of these Giants here today wants that in them to be a king. But my apologies to Evan Roberts and the Yankee fans out there. I've learned after yesterday's package, Aaron Judge was, in fact, never a king. Your calls at 888-808-1019. We're going to almost do a live John Boy Media WFAN Clash of Talking Giants coming up next for Giant fans. My co-host here, Tiki Barber on the radio, is going to now be joined by my co-host in the podcast world on Talking Giants. Justin Pennick is going to join us. And I think we're going to make the next 20 minutes of radio a bit of a giant roundtable and get us set for training camp. And we'll get his thoughts on Cam Scattaboo as well. So much like the Easter Bunny at a ball, Tiki Barber is about to take some more pictures for people. And we're going to come back with you guys on the phones and with Justin Pennick from Talking Giants. It's Shaun and Tiki, a special Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash on a Sunday morning, live from Fanatics Fest, setting up a day of Yankees-Dodgers and, of course, the World Cup Final at New York, New Jersey Stadium. 888-808-1019. More when we come back from the Javits Center next.
It's Boomer and Gio. Mornings on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
NFL officiating when it comes to hits and trying to protect players. Now, I totally understand why and the lawsuits and the movie concussion, and you want to keep the quarterbacks healthy, but there's just so much of that ticky-tack nonsense where I'm going to tap a guy on the helmet and all of a sudden it's a 15-yard penalty that affects the game.
Get Boomer and Gio on demand. Available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, and the free Odyssey app.
At Town Fair Tire, New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, you get it all. The guaranteed lowest price, the most free services, and we accept all valid rebates from any manufacturer and from our competition. Yes, we accept them all, even competitor rebates. Town Fair Tire, New England's largest discount tire dealer, now with over 120 stores from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code SMART to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money, so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code SMART to borrow up to $10,000. Use code SMART to borrow up to $10,000.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. so you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started today. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York, and with FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, has all the betting markets you could possibly want, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and older, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, please call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369.
This is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hi, I've been dreaming of having an epic college setup.
But your college budget is less than epic.
Way less.
Well, with IKEA, you can get everything you need for college, from bedding to storage and decor, all at a great price.
That's good economics.
Sounds like someone just found their major.
Visit IKEA in-store or at IKEA.us to get ready for college. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
What an atmosphere tonight. The stands are packed. Down here, two fans side by side, both holding a Heineken. Promising start. The chant begins. Listen to that. Perfect sync. Corner coming in. They lean forward together and goal! Arms up. They cheers. Wait. That's a hug. That's a hug. Let's check the replay. Yes, two strangers at kickoff, friends by full time.
Fans have more friends. Find yours in the stands. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Your sales team has the talent. They've got the tools. They don't have time to close the deals you need to win unless they have sales with AI. SAILES.com. Sales.com is pipeline as infrastructure. Always on, always prospecting in the background. No logins, no data entry, just real opportunities delivered to your reps. The future of sales is SAILES.com.
Monmouth Park Racetrack's Surf and Turf Seafood Festival returns Saturday, August 15th and Sunday, August 16th, featuring lobster rolls, crab cakes, and much more. Head to the track for the shore's best seafood, plus live music, live racing, and you can even meet Al Dukes on Saturday, August 15th. General admission is just $7. Use promo code SEAFOOD26 at SeatGeek.com/Monmouth to save 15%. It's the Surf and Turf Seafood Festival, August 15th and 16th at Monmouth Park Racetrack.
Orgavada Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents?
Staples has folders, notebooks, and pens at great prices.
I'm smiling from ear to ear. It's the most wonderful time.
Mom, I missed the bus of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples, where school supplies start at just 25 cents. Staples. That was easy. Visit your local Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
WFAN Live from Fanatics Fest is brought to you by Fanatics Fest, the world's #1 sports fan festival. And by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Talk sports with Evan and Tiki. Middays 10 to 2. WFAN. WFAN FM. WFAN FM HD1 New York. An Odyssey sports station.
It is Evan and Tiki live from Fanatics Fest. Sorry, I'm changing over my headset in real time because we're going to do something fun here. We're going to do a little special impromptu Talking Giants mixed with the Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash collab. So this is the best part about Fanatics Fest is watching Tiki Barber in his element. Today is as big a Giant day as has existed in the 4 days of Fanatics Fest. And this is all by half. I didn't realize this when I walked in here, that today was going to be the day for Scadaboo and for Dart and for Neighbors and for Arvell Reese. And as a result, you see Tiki Barber here, and of course, you're taking pictures with Tiki Barber. So, it's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash here up until 11:55. Yankee pregame, game one of the doubleheader between the Yankees and Dodgers. It's Cam Schlittler, it's Yamamoto from the Bronx. Of course, we have the World Cup final. But as we mentioned, it is a big Giant day. So, you might have heard about a year ago, we've promoted it enough, I got to join forces with a Justin Pennick project over at John Boy Media called Talking Giants. I'd like to call it the best podcast that exists for Giants football that exists out there. That's right. And Justin and I have cooked for a good year or so. The show has grown. I love it. We break it down. Every post-game, pre-game, we will be with you throughout. And you've even heard this replayed on some Saturday mornings with our John Boy Media Rewind here. It's been a great partnership between John Boy Media and FAN. So Justin joins us now live here at Fanatics Fest. We're both in our Talking Giants shirts. Right. And, of course, Tiki with us as well.
I would encourage you to listen to Talking Giants after you listen to the Giants pre and post on WFAN.
That's right.
That's right.
Sometimes
me
we go up
and Johnny
Tiki.
Smoke.
I love it. So a lot of guys that do Giants postgame. All right, so Justin, Tiki and I started this show talking about Cam Scadaboo and the stunt he pulled last night or yesterday here at Fanatics Fest where he did the backflip. He didn't land it. Tiki and I were both of the belief shouldn't be doing that. And we and you haven't even talked about this. Yep. My issue is I would have an issue with it even if he wasn't rehabbing, having David Wilson scar. So where are you sitting here with what happened with Scadaboo yesterday?
You going to tell him to change?
What?
That's the problem.
That's the problem. Is he's not.
I mean, even if Tiki Barber even if he comes on here and tells Tiki Barber to come in here and change, I don't think he's listening. Bill Parcells once said that this pro football is not the game for well-adjusted human beings, and I kind of like that we got some guys like Jackson Dart, like Cam Scadaboo, Abdul Carter calling Phil Simms, Lawrence Taylor being like, hey, I haven't even stepped foot on the football field. Can I have your numbers that are retired, please? I kind of like that we got a little bit of nuts here, man. I kind of like it because you got to be a little bit nuts to play this game. Okay, do we want him flipping? No. Do we want guys with personality, though, that we can kind of fall in love with? Yes. You're going to tell him to change, and he ain't going to change.
I love his attitude on Sundays. I worry that he's not going to play long.
But is it because he's doing backflips or because of the way that he plays on Sundays?
The way he plays. The backflips, who cares?
Yeah, right.
That's aesthetics.
Right.
I mean, how he plays. Does he have to change his game, in your estimation?
No, because...
Hold on. The idea for Justin's life that a former running back just asked Justin Pennick if a running back has to change his game is so perfect that Justin, knowing Justin, go ahead. Justin.
Well, I know fans care about it because you want him to be here.
Yeah, because at least in my eyes, no, man, I want him to be good. Yeah. I want him to be him.
Even if it runs him out of the league in 4 years.
Yeah, man. We're already in 2025. he's averaging around, 4.1, 4.2 yards per carry?
Yeah, the stats are there. I'm not even talking about anything statistically. I'm talking about, look, I know for a fact you can't do it. You can't play like that.
Yeah.
But it's exciting as hell.
So
it's why a lot of Giant fans, he's going to be their favorite player.
So
because of how he plays.
How would you adjust if you're Cam?
We talked about this a little bit earlier. He's got to play smarter and make it look easier. It feels like every single run is hard.
Yeah.
It's like max effort.
But yards after contact is like his thing, so it's a line. So where is the line? And I think that's something that this coaching staff is going to have to determine with him. Right. And I don't know that answer because this guy is a fight for every yard type of guy. Is that what makes him a good running back in this league? Is that what gives him a future?
Right.
Because it's also could be the same thing that gives him a short shelf life.
Right, but Tyrone Tracy's there, Devin Singletary is still there, so they can fill the void. Something as a show. What are you guys looking forward to most as camp opens next week?
We just did an episode yesterday on all the camp battles that will release Monday.
Are there any?
Yes. Yeah, you'd be shocked. I'll tell you right now. Kicker, camp battle.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
Cornerback 2, camp battle.
Yep.
You know what, Tiki? Wide receiver 2 can't pedal. They answer that question better. Justin and I have fought over one particular topic arguably about 7 times that is getting the most traction and people fighting in Instagram comments about. And that would be the legitimacy of Darius Slayton as wide receiver 2 on the Giants.
He's not, though.
Thank you. You hear that, Justin?
Who is?
Calvin Austin.
Okay, so let's break it down like this.
I think Malachi Fields is going to become that guy.
Yeah, let's break it down like this. In a world where Malik Neighbors is healthy, he's an outside wide receiver. Of course, he has slot versatility as well.
Okay,
Calvin Austin's inside the slot, so who's the number 2 outside receiver?
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Malik Neighbors is playing.
Right.
But he's not.
Yeah.
So it is going to be Darius
Okay,
Slayton. Right.
But when Neighbors is healthy,
yeah.
To me, it's Fields and Mooney is on this team, too. Remember, there was a Matt Nagy guy.
Number 2 outside wide receiver, because Calvin Austin's going to be a slot only.
Is it Mooney? Is it Fields? Is it Slate?
It's going to be Slate.
Right?
You still think it's going to be Slate?
No, my gut is this not him.
Okay.
Because I watched him lead the league in drop pass percentage last season, and in moments it just frustrated the hell out of you. But he's still the best option that they have. Unless Malachi Fields has this unbelievable camp. Malachi Fields, as we know, skill set is just it's unbelievable.
And he's going to have to be on the field as a blocker a lot, Malachi Fields. You 100%. Don't want him being on the field and going, we know we're only running the ball.
I can see them running a lot of 12 and 13 personnel this year. Because they have the ability to throw and run out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be among the teams that have the highest pass rate out of 12 personnel this year. I mean, I equate Darius Slayton to, and I say this in a complimentary way, it's almost like a cockroach. He's like a rodent, man. No matter how much you want to get rid of him, you can't, and he's inevitable. And I honestly think that's, especially during the years where it's been bad.
But is that
a good
thing? But is that a good thing?
It's by default. It feels like.
Is it a good thing?
Despite their efforts of trying to surround more talent around him, he is inevitable.
I think it's more there's no way to upgrade it.
Right.
And part of that is Joe Shane giving him a contract extension before last season.
Right.
And so you're stuck, and you don't want to put yourself back in cap hell. And so you've got to just hope that he not even takes the next step, because he's too veteran to have to take the next step. He just plays to the level of his contract.
Right.
Because if he did, he'd be a really good player.
Yep.
But we didn't see that consistently last season.
No. Justin Pennick, Talking Giants, joining us live from Fanatics Fest. The other thing, Tiki, as we get excited here when Justin and I do Talking Giants, and we will get excited on our show as well to get ready for the season, is going to be, I think, what Arvell Reese is. I think in training camp, once the pads come on, and Arvell Reese, who's supposed to be just like this do-it-all chess piece from the inside linebacker position, I still feel like we're at a point in time where, because training camp hasn't started, we kind of are overlooking, I guess, how impactful Arvell Reese as a rookie, and the fact that he fell in the draft to the Giants could be to really the pendulum swing on how great this defense could be. So, I don't know, with you guys on Arvell Reese.
Well, I mean, having watched him at Ohio State, he does so many different things, and it's what makes him valuable is that the Giants will be able to either play him off ball, play him on the edge, playing off ball to rush on the edge or up the middle. And we saw this last season, right, when they had with Kayvon Thibodeau and Abdul Carter and Brian Burns. You never knew where they were going to be. And, in fact, you get a bunch of man-on-man, man-to-man rushing opportunities because they always had 5 guys that could potentially come forward to the quarterback. And I think Abdul Carter was fantastic at occupying the center so that everybody else had to be man-to-man. Now, if you do continue to do stuff like that, and then you have Arvell Reese coming in behind him, and this could be a heavy stunt team. You don't know what it looks like as you're staring at it at the snap of the ball, but as soon as the ball is snapped, movement is going to be to the advantage of this Giant defense because of how athletic they now are.
Yeah, Arvell Reese is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I am very confident.
Look at that statement.
I think it's tough with Caleb Downs playing for the Cowboys. He's going to get Cowboy votes like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, but the problem with the Cowboys is their defense might still stink.
I don't know. Tiki, I don't know. I just had a Cowboy fan come up to me and tell me we're going to lose like 40-0 on opening day. They think their defense is great.
Wait, whose fear was that?
Please no.
That was
the intern.
Yes.
Ethan's fear. Ethan, who didn't know Amani Toomer went to Michigan.
Oh, fantastic.
Even though he's a Michigan student.
Exactly.
I mean, the player comp that I've given Arvell Reese this offseason is Frankie Louvu, from a role standpoint.
Right,
from
Washington.
From off-ball linebacker that can be really good, but he'll give you 80, 90 tackles. He'll give you 5, 6, 7 sacks a year.
If he's Louvu as a rookie, he would win Rookie of the Year.
Defensive Rookie of the Year for sure. Because Caleb Downs going to have a phenomenal year in Dallas.
Yeah.
But if he gets 2 interceptions.
Right. What is a phenomenal year for a safety look like? Because think how often you are around the ball. That's the problem. That's
5
why
picks.
safety.
Like some kind of insane interception number.
But this is why safeties don't win Rookies of the Year, because they're not impactful enough.
Yeah.
Now they may have great performances, great games. They may grade out 90-something every single game, but you don't see it.
But if you don't have the pass rusher that's getting like an insane sack total or something, like where are you getting the defensive rookie of the year from? It could be the second.
It's corners. It's always corners.
Okay.
If it's not David Bailey, if it's not Ruben Bain.
Right. I guess it could be Mansour Delane.
You'll see a heavy tackle or high tackle statistics. Right, those are the things. And by the way, when you look at Arvell Reese, that's what that's all those guys. Sonny Styles was the same way. They don't miss tackles. Right.
All right, both of you guys. I haven't asked either of you guys on either show this before. If you eliminate Jackson Dart, Cam Scadaboo, Malik Neighbors, Andrew Thomas, Abdul Carter, and Brian Burns. I'm saying that because obviously those are like the sexy names on the Giants. Eliminate those guys. Who's the most important Giant to the success of the 2026 season?
Andrew Thomas.
Well, eliminate him. Eliminate the stars. None of the 2 big pass rushers. No Thomas, no Scadaboo, no Dart, no Neighbors. So that next chess piece with the Giants that has the biggest, step forward for this team that can make them good or bad.
I'll say Paulson Adebo.
Damn.
Good answer. He needs to play as a number 1 corner. He was coming off femur fracture.
Yeah, basically a broken leg,
And so he didn't look the same last year that he did prior to his injury. But the Giants need a number 1 corner. They need one. He didn't play like one last year. He's big. He's physical. He can do all the things you want a cornerback to do. But you didn't see it a lot last year. He needs to return to form. So I'm going to say Paulson Adebo because there's question marks. What was it? Greg Newsome?
Deontay Banks.
Colton Hood.
Wow, Colton Hood. I forgot.
Colton Hood can't be the number 1 corner this year as a rookie.
No, number 2.
Yeah.
He'd be number 2.
And then
obviously Drew Phillips in the slot.
Yeah.
Trivia for you. How often have you been listening to me? Paulson Adebo led the league in a stat. What stat is that?
Dropped interceptions.
Dropped interceptions. He had 3 interceptions last year. How different is Paulson Adebo's year if we're looking at it if he had like 3 or 4 interceptions in like the 12, 13 games that he
played
played instead of 1? He had 3.
He dropped 3.
Yeah.
And he led the league in dropped interceptions.
How many did he have last year?
1, right?
He had 1 interception.
Right.
Yeah. He says his stat, Tiki, watching all of those games and obviously talking about them with you guys after every game.
Can't remember the drop?
I can't remember a single one.
I don't remember them either.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Per PFF, so if we're wrong,
it makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Because it was notable that he basically didn't have any at all.
And some other stats, too, that I like about Paulson Adebo, he follows wide receiver ones. It was like him and Quinyon Mitchell up until the point where he got hurt versus Denver.
Yeah.
Those would be the guys that would follow wide receiver ones the most. So Paulson Adebo had that responsibility. And if you look at like nearest target separation, some of those advanced stats are good for Adebo. I think there is still a really good player there. He's 27 years old. He said coming off that broken femur 2 years ago. And what Shane Bowen did is we took an aggressive press corner, and then Shane Bowen took that and said, no, let's give you 10 yards of cushion at the line of scrimmage. It made no sense. Denard Wilson, he may not play like a ton of press man, but he's going to allow these corners to press at the line of scrimmage. It gets back to what Paulson Adebo does really well. I still think there's a good football player in there. I'm excited about Paulson Adebo. I think that's a good answer as a CB1.
Okay, we also did a camp battle yesterday, Tiki, on wide receiver 6.
Yeah.
Wide receiver 6 seems like it's so unimportant.
6.
But hear me out.
Well, they got 14 guys in camp, so it's.
But we threw this in. The 3 guys they signed: Berrios, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Odell Beckham Jr.
Well, Berrios is going to be part returner.
But does that probably helps him over making over?
It does help him, but
can they cut Odell Beckham Jr. to keep Braxton Berrios on this team? Like, what does that look like?
Giant fans will be in
because you already have 5. You have 5 that are going to make it. So
there's one slot for 9 guys.
Unless they keep 7.
Which I don't think they will.
Which they would have to take some meat off the bone.
But they got so many running backs. They got 6 tight ends.
Yeah,
I know. Well, they're only going to keep 3 tight ends, probably 2.
And you have Patrick Ricard, which is also serving as a tight end.
I wouldn't be surprised they keep 4.
Even with Patrick Ricard on the team.
Oh yeah, I forget Ricard.
Yeah,
I count him as a tight end.
Okay, yes, then I think they're going to keep 4.
That's fair.
As
he plays tight end also.
All right, so between both of you guys, though, forget that. So Berrios should bring up.
So who's the 6th wide receiver?
Who's the 6th wide receiver? I think now that they've opened the door for Odell, the weeks have gone by. I think it's going to take a lot of Odell not looking.
It's got to be Odell.
It takes a lot to cut Odell now. I think that's my fear.
Yeah, after all, think about this. We talked about this for months.
Yeah.
Maybe even going back into last season because he was on the street last year.
Yep.
He didn't play. And so everybody was talking about Odell. And then it finally happens.
Yep.
And he looks good, at least in the mini camps and the OTAs, but you can't judge any of that stuff because you're in underwear. It doesn't matter. It's not physical. Football is a physical sport. And the last time we saw him in pads in Miami, he didn't look good.
Right.
So, he's going to have to wow you in order for us to want to hold on to him. But how do you cut him after you spent all this time talking about signing him and then signing him?
I agree.
We're at the point where you can't just look good and move good.
Yeah.
We've been hearing about how well Odell moves for years. We've been seeing how, he looks good, man, looks good. Training camp can't battle. How you're going to separate yourself, and this is obvious. This sounds obvious, but I feel like it needs to be said about him. We need to walk away from practices and be like, man, those 3 or 4 catches that Odell had in team periods for 42 yards, however many yards, that red zone period where Odell looked like Odell and he's separated and he could be an advantage inside the red zone.
He's got to look like the best player.
He's got to do, and especially when Brandon Allen or Jameis Winston's throwing you the ball, you got to look like the best player there. It can't just be, okay, you're moving well. Great, I'm glad you're moving well, man. To make the team as a wide receiver 6 and as a non-special teamer wide receiver 6, you got to really be an advantage as a wide receiver.
All right.
That's a good point.
It is a good point.
You can't keep a bunch of wide receivers who don't play special teams.
Yeah.
That's why Baxter Berrios is making his team.
Yeah, I think Fields is going to play some special teams as well. Even
of course he is, but he's just physically, he's big.
And Austin can return
Calvin
punts.
Austin's going to return.
All right, this is obviously a huge Giants day at Fanatics Fest, okay? So we're doing Justin Pettick talking Giants here. Arvell Reese is signing. Malik Neighbors is signing. Scadaboo's here. Jackson Dart is here. Eli Manning's here. Giant fans have gathered all the way around. Unlike Evan Roberts, I'm not going to hold you to this if we have to change our mind in 4 weeks. But 1 week before training camp, I want Justin Pennick and I want Tiki Barber on the record where you sit right now. What will the Giants' record be this year and why?
I've waffled on this because I want to say 10-7.
Okay.
And that's mostly because I have questions about the NFC East.
I do too.
I don't know what the Cowboys are going to look like. Dak could have a regression year finally, and their defense was terrible a year ago. Philly looked and they were out of sorts last year. We saw it. And now they won 11 games, so maybe that's a testament to how good they are. But who knows what they're actually going to be. Yeah. Offensive line has aged significantly, and that's been their bread and butter. And who knows with Washington? I have no idea. I feel like Dan Quinn in his third year.
Their roster's awful.
I argued with a Commander fan at a block party yesterday who told me they're 100% winning the NFC East. They have the best quarterback. I'm like, your roster stinks because you don't know what you're talking about.
You have the worst offensive line in football.
Exactly.
And you've had it for 3 years.
Exactly.
You haven't remade it. When I did one of their games, I don't know, it was 3 years ago. It was truly the worst offensive line in football.
I would be pissed if the Giants lost that October game.
So I think the Giants play better in the division than we've seen. I'm going to say 9-8.
9-8. Justin Pennick.
Yeah, I'm 8-9.
8-9.
8-9.
Why?
Because I think they're going to take care of business. Maybe not the first 2 weeks. I could see them going 0-2 between the Cowboys and the Rams.
Right.
But the next 4, when you have Tennessee, Cardinals, the Commanders, and the Saints, and maybe not in that order.
Right.
But those 4 games, I think we're going to be sitting there around 500 or 4-2. And then there's going to be just a juice that's just going to be.
But
put
but
8-9 almost sounds negative off of what Tiki said.
No.
And it's not,
dude. Think about where we've been, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
We've been 3 wins, 4 wins.
8-9 is where I am too.
You're in the hunt graphic in December, and that's
right.
what you want this year, man.
And the other thing that I'm encouraged by, the Giants haven't been good the last couple of years, but there have been
an understatement.
But I'm talking just looking at the record. But there have been games they should have won.
Yeah.
Like multiple games that they should have won. And like we can't quantify like coaching because it's not a stat. It's not like, oh, Jackson Dart only put up 110 yards in that game. Maybe he was the problem. Maybe that's why you can't quantify that with coaching.
Yeah.
But from what we saw with Dave's last year and some of the decisions, these boneheaded decisions that ended up costing this Giant team games, I don't think that's happening this year. And that's with John Harbaugh. That's with Matt Nagy, who's been vilified after having a pretty successful little run in Chicago and then ultimately getting fired out there because of Mitch Trubisky. He's never gotten another shot, but he's learned under one of the great coaches in Andy Reid for the last 6 seasons or so, whatever it may be.
Yep.
And Denard Wilson, I think, has a good defensive mind, especially given they got a ton of talent, especially in the front 7. So I think coaching is going to be that little X factor that is going to help the Giants win games that they lost in the previous two. How many one-possession games did the Giants lose over the last 2 years?
5 last year alone, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's at least 8 over the last 2 seasons.
I think we're ending the season saying Denard Wilson is the biggest acquisition that this team made this offseason.
I think that would be a welcomed thought to have at the end of the year.
Yep.
Right? Because Shane Bowen wasn't all the Giant problems last year, but, fair to say with the way he's used some of the guys.
You know what? He was. He didn't have an answer.
He did. Adjustments were terrible.
He didn't have an answer.
No, he did not.
And when he was asked about it, he didn't have an answer.
Yeah, and that's a problem.
I don't care what the answer is. I don't know can't be it.
Right. There needs to be a answer, even if you don't care what it is.
That's right.
I know there's all this talk about the offense and how's Dart going to look in year 2. Scatterboo, everybody coming off injuries, new offensive line. But this defense should be an advantage. This defense should be an advantage and a reason why they win football games. Let's see it.
Now, Justin, I'm going to let you do the dirty work here. Where can people find and listen to Talking Giants?
Talking Giants, YouTube, wherever you find your podcast. Shaun and I, we're going to have a great time.
They let you put your 2 ugly mugs on TV?
Oh, yeah. I know. And by the way, the first time in my life I've done a show where I'm slam dunked the best looking person on it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is that's a win for me. It's part of the reason I wanted to join Justin. It elevated my status.
Episodes Mondays and Thursdays in the offseason. We'll be going 3 times a week in season. Really excited about that. Shaun has been the best, and thank you so much for having me, fellas.
Yeah, and surprise, we wanted to end with this. Tiki has gotten you access to the Greenbrier. You're going.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not, you moron. Look at the face. That was worth it.
You can't F around with that, man. You can't screw around with me with that, man. We're trying to make it happen.
I could probably ask. I can ask.
All it takes is
you really want to go?
I would love to go.
All right, I'll ask.
I would love to go.
All right, there you go. Justin Pennick weaseled his way in. All right, we'll be back.
We're not going.
No, we'll be back from
WFAN ain't sending us.
Gotta get Justin.
Yes, can we go to the Greenbrier, please?
Please, somebody send us. All right, we come back. Remember, we have Yankee pregame coming up 11:55. We'll get you set. Yankees and Dodgers. If you're in the car heading to the stadium, a big fun day at Yankee Stadium awaits with 2 Yankee-Dodger games. That's Justin Pennick, my friend, Talking Giants. Download, subscribe everywhere it's available. All right, more from Fanatics Fest when we come back next.
It's a Sunday doubleheader with the Yankees and Dodgers playing ball in the Bronx. 12:35 today.
That baby star!
The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan. AM 660, 1019 FM, and available en Espanol on the free Odyssey app.
Here's a World Soccer Championship recap.
Brought to you by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. And by the first ever Infiniti QX65. Even though England and France played for third place, it was a high-scoring match, the highest since 1982. England came out attacking from the start, scoring early in the 3rd minute, the first of 4 goals in the first half. Then France came back in the second half with a brace from Kylian Mbappe, but it was not enough as the 3 Lions take third place 6-4. I'm Fernando Carlos.
Here's a World Soccer Championship preview.
Brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Spain, the defending European champions, and Argentina, the defending South American champions, will meet for only the second time ever at the World Championship, but this time it's in the final. Spain's tenacious defense will look to stifle Leo Messi and Argentina's offense, who are used to scoring late-game winners. Out of 19 goals in the tournament, 12 have come after the 75th minute. I'm Fernando Carlos.
Bring the flavor to the World Soccer Championship with Crush Orange Soda. Crush is the perfect pick for every match, highlight, and game-winning goal. Make every match even sweeter with Crush Orange Soda.
Game day weather is brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Expect partly sunny skies and a temperature of 88 degrees at the start of today's FIFA World Cup final in New Jersey as Spain battles Argentina for the championship.
New Jersey sets the stage for FIFA World Cup 26. 8 epic matches, including the final. Come for the games, stay for the wow. New Jersey, where the world meets its match. More at visitnj.org.
If you're a small business owner, choosing the right wireless provider can make a huge difference. Trust me on this. That's why I've always and only partner with Verizon Business. Their My Biz plan makes it easy to build a wireless plan that fits the exact way you work. Period. Stop. Get the flexibility and reliability your business deserves, including built-in security or international calling. Connect with a Verizon Business rep today at verizon.com/bizfans and get started right away.
Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey, it's Shaun Morash. I got to sit down with Will Ferrell and the cast of The Hawk. So how does Lonnie the Hawk Hawkins compare to other Will sports characters?
I guess there's more Ricky Bobby in Lonnie, but I would say that Lonnie's the biggest narcissist I've ever played.
It may be the greatest comeback story in golf history. Classic Will Ferrell in The Hawk. And The Hawk is now streaming on Netflix.
Recovering from an addiction is an individual accomplishment. A young mother who chose recovery to care for her family. A high school athlete overcoming opioid addiction. A couple celebrating his recovery. Everyone's recovery is different, and there's no shame in asking for help. Call 844-REACH-NJ. Trained counselors are available 24/7 to help you find the recovery option that's best for you. Tell us your story, and let's begin your recovery today. A message from New Jersey Human Services.
Hey, it's Jerry Recco. Wind Creek Bethlehem is your place for all the action. Check out the high-energy casino floor for the hottest slots and table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette. Go for high-stakes play in the poker room and enjoy tableside massages and complimentary beverage service. Experience the thrill of live dealer stadium gaming or visit the sportsbook to catch the game and place your wager. Mix things up with virtual golf at Twisted Teas or axe throwing at Angry Jacks. Fuel up at your choice of eateries like Chop House, Urban Table, and Bethlehem Barrel and Draft House. Keep the night going with live entertainment or a handcrafted cocktail. Then relax in a luxurious guest room at Wind Creek's AAA 4-Diamond Hotel. Play online anytime in the Wind Creek Casinoverse. Download it for free from the Apple or Google App Stores. Wind Creek Bethlehem. Go for the W. Learn more at windcreekbethlehem.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
The night belongs to the fans. Join Tommy Lugauer for After Hours, weekdays at 7. Call 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
From Fanatics Fest, it's a special Sunday morning edition of Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash. And the Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. It is a busy slate today. The Yankees and Dodgers pregame coverage coming up 11:55 a.m. It's Cam Schlittler and Yamamoto live from Yankee Stadium in game number 1. Game number 2 will take place, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock? I don't even have that right. Either way, it's the NBC Sunday Night Baseball game. Ryan Weathers will toe the rubber in that one. He was originally supposed to pitch last night. He will pitch in the Sunday night game. And, of course, at 3 o'clock at what's being dubbed for the final time this summer, New York, New Jersey Stadium, it is the World Cup final as we get set for Argentina and Spain. And Tiki, right after he gets off the air with us, about 1 o'clock, if you're coming to Fanatics Fest, will be up there with the Men in Blazers people. Now, let's get back to your phone calls. World Cup final calls on the line here, Tiki, as we set the table. As we said, if you're going to call about soccer, Evan's back tomorrow. Get him in now. So, Limo Driver Ed, what's up? What's going on?
All right, brother. I'm here in New York, about to get that police escort. Going to be bringing some big-time people over to the game.
Is that right? There. All right. Well, make sure they get there safe, Limo Driver Ed. A lot of people are counting on you to get them there safe to the Meadowlands today.
Listen, these are big wigs, so definitely going to be there. Hey, I thought you guys were telecasting from there, but I didn't know y'all was at Fan Fest.
Yes, Fanatics Fest, not from the World Cup final. Yes. Is that what you were going to ask?
Guys. Oh, no. I was just letting you guys, I was trying to see if you guys was there, but I was going to come on over and say something to you, but you guys ain't going to be there, so.
So what if you were going to come over and say something to us? Say something to us now on the phone.
Well, hey, I keep hearing y'all talk about these Giants. Hey, Tiki, you right. These guys are doing some crazy stuff in darts. You keep on doing what you're going to do. Giants going to win about 4 games. I don't see him winning no more than that.
Come on, Limo Driver Ed.
Why you got to be a downer like that? Come on, Ed.
Ed, get lost. This is a positive Giants Day.
We consider you a friend.
I know. What was that troll? What was that all about? I don't like that. So Limo Driver Ed says he's driving very important people to the World Cup today.
Yeah.
What kind of people we think we're talking about?
I think a lot of people are likely taking public transportation, wouldn't you think?
Well, yeah. Remember, you can only, I think, park at American Dream or get shuttled over. You can't park at the main
American
lot.
Dream is not... It's not that far.
No, it's right across the block.
It's right across the block.
We love American
It's kind
Dream.
of a pain in the butt when you want to leave.
Yeah, because you're backed up in a garage there, spinning out of
there. You
there.
got to walk all the way back, and then you're in a garage. It's a spiral going down it, and you get stuck in it. But it's not that bad. But I wouldn't drive. If I was going, I would take public transportation or take an Uber or something.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going on.
I would
hire Ed.
Hire Ed.
Hire Ed. I guess this will be the last time we have to deal with the Penn Station madness where they close for a couple hours in Jersey Transit. All right, young Eli on the phone. Eli in Brooklyn, what's up, man?
Eli, what's up, dude?
Does anybody have an idea why Argentina's the underdog here? They didn't lose a game this whole World Cup. They a crazy comeback.
Yeah, but you also have seen them not play well. Like they had to have desperation goals against Egypt. Even last week or in their last match against England, they scored in the 86th and the 91st minute in order to beat England.
Yeah,
it's just I think against a really good Spanish defense, they're going to have trouble doing that at the end. Right? They have Spain's defense midfield and defense is fantastic.
Yeah, this is in Egypt.
They've conceded 1 goal.
Yeah.
In 7 matches. So I don't feel like Argentina is going to be able to do that as easily. Now, if they, like England, decide to give Messi space, then Messi's going to abuse you.
Yeah.
But you can't. We just saw it. We just saw what England did against Messi. They just said, we're going to let you roam around in space out on the right wing, do whatever you want to do, and he came back to kill him because you have to ultimately bring people to Messi. He has so much gravity. You got to we got to prevent Messi from beating us, and it creates some ridiculous open space for everybody else.
Dwight in Asbury Park. This is like Tiki's dream, 1 by 1 with the World Cup final calls. Dwight, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Tiki, who do you think will be the X factor for Spain today?
Well, I mean, you know who it needs to be? It needs to be Lamine Yamal.
Yeah,
Lamine Yamal, as much as we've talked about him, hasn't scored a goal in this World Cup.
I didn't even realize that.
And so he's fantastic.
So Spain, who's outscored everybody 13-1, they haven't gotten a single goal from
Mikel Merino has been good for them. Oyarzabal has been good for them. He's leading Spain with 5 goals. But Lamine Yamal hasn't really been that on the scoreboard impactful.
Yeah.
He's been impactful because he craps on guys, right? His dribbling skills are unbelievable, and he sets up so many of his teammates, but he hasn't been that X factor like he was talking about. If Lamine Yamal plays the level that he did in the Euros a couple of years ago, then Spain wins this game, I think, going away.
Mike in Brooklyn. Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I am lucky enough to be on my way to the game, actually, this afternoon. But I'll admit, I'm a super casual fan, and I wanted to ask you both, like, who should a casual fan be rooting for today and why?
Great
I was
question.
mistaken. Jamal has one goal.
Oh, he does. All right.
Honestly, I would say Spain.
You should be rooting for Spain.
Yes, you should be rooting for Spain because they have the next star in Jamal.
Okay, so
I think if you love soccer, soccer needs stars. It's why when Ronaldo moved to Saudi Arabia, soccer lost something.
Yes.
Right? Just because you didn't have him playing in Europe club leagues. He wasn't playing in the Bundesliga or La Liga or anywhere. Obviously, he was at Man United too as well. So Premier League, you need stars in order for a sport to grow. Think about why the NFL has always been so popular. Guys win championships, or not even Dan Marino. Like, you create these iconic stars that people love and want to be around. This World Cup, and I heard this before the World Cup started, is specifically suited for the stars. One, because the weather is so hot, and so everybody becomes average when you're fatigued. So the stars stand out. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I got what you mean.
And so, but it also became a chance for somebody. So far, it's been Messi.
Right.
Somebody to take control of the world stage on a massive stage, and I hope it's Lamar. Messi's always there. He'll be there forever. He'll go down as the greatest soccer player in the history of the world. And
that's why
I would love Jamal to be that guy.
I think you're right, and I'll dumb this down from my casual brain, which I'm sure relates to a lot of people, which is if you gravitated to this World Cup off of that Knick run, whatever, and you're sitting there watching the games because you know what, you recognize the stadiums, and it's here on American soil. I think there's something in a casual fan where if Lamine Yamal wins this, and this is his first World Cup, and it's really like his true stardom introduction to the national stage, you want to feel like you were there with the ride,
I agree.
right?
All right, 100%.
Like Messi, we've heard and read about Messi forever, and you've watched him play in these World Cups, but you don't remember the origins of Messi if you're
it was
casual.
it was 18 years ago.
Right, so you can remember the origins of this Lamine Yamal becoming a star and going, hey, I remember that first run. That took place in the United States of America. I was watching that World Cup final.
Right.
And I think that gravitates, because it makes a casual fan feel like they at least were there for the beginning of something, and then they keep coming back like a buffet every 4 years and go, well, now I know what I'm watching, and now I know what I'm rooting for.
Right.
All right, we'll get more thoughts from Tiki on the World Cup final, set up the rest of the day with the Yankees. When we come back, one more segment, we'll wrap it here from Fanatics Fest before Yankee baseball at 11:55. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morris, a special Sunday edition. More when we come back next.
It's Evan and Tiki, middays on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
My biggest fear is that the New York Giants are going to be decimated by injury. Malik Neighbors is already banged up. We already know how Jackson Dart puts himself in harm's way at times.
Get Evan and Tiki on demand. Available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, and the free Odyssey app.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Did you know the average person keeps the same bank account for 19 years? 19 years ago, you still had a flip phone. That was just a phone. If you're still banking like you did when you parallel parked with just your eyes and a prayer, it's time for a change. Upgrade to Citizens, where how you bank changes with you. With our enhanced mobile app, you can track your credit score and talk to our chat assistant, Sizzy. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Learn more at citizensbank.com/made ready. Member FDIC.
Total Orthopedics is expanding across Long Island and New Jersey with offices coming to Babylon, West Babylon, Comac, and West Orange. From sprains and broken bones to complex sports injuries, they're the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com today.
This is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hi, I've been dreaming of having an epic college setup.
But your college budget is less than epic.
Way less.
Well, with IKEA, you can get everything you need for college, from bedding to storage and decor, all at a great price.
That's good economics.
Sounds like someone just found their major.
Visit IKEA in-store or at IKEA.us to get ready for college. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
The savings are here. The savings are here.
Happy birthday, America.
It's America's 250th birthday.
We're celebrating all month long at Nielsen Dodge
by giving you freedom of choice. Save up to $250 off service. Save up to $250 off accessories.
With leases for $250 or under.
You'll start feeling the vibes the minute you arrive. Fun is in the driver's seat.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4. Just $250 a month. Yes, just $250 a month.
There's always zero down payment. The credit help you need. More savings with your trade-in.
And of course, great deals. For leases $250 or under, hurry to Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at NielsenDodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge.
Fun is in the driver's seat.
Make this the summer event. With approval, term 24 months, due at sign, $63.43, add tax tag and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, in the game, you always need a backup plan, and your phone is no different. A second line from Red Pocket Mobile is perfect for side gigs, keeping your work and personal numbers separate, and just staying connected without the big carrier price tag. Starting at just $10 a month, you get your choice of 3 major 5G networks with no contracts or credit checks. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Baseball season is here, and now you can trade every game on Kalshi. You can also trade who will win the big game awards, which teams will win their division right now. You can even trade who the next manager for Boston and Philadelphia will be, as well as the date when a manager will be fired by. Maybe you want to trade on who will win the championship. The team from the Bronx is trading at 14% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $655 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code CMAC to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com.regulatory.
Your New York Yankees are chasing another championship. Talk Yankees baseball with the Fan at 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
Well, it is Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash, a special Sunday edition live from Fanatics Fest. Tiki and I off an hour earlier than we expected because there's a Yankee doubleheader coming up. That WFAN, of course, will air as the Yankees and Dodgers play 2 games today. The first coming up 11:55 pre-game coverage. Just ran into the Fan's Danielle McCartan out there. How about this? She's wheeling around a suitcase that is the size of a bus. And I said, what's going on here? I said, what is going on with this suitcase?
What is it for?
She has an Eli Manning helmet that she's apparently registered for the Eli Manning meet and greet.
Okay.
And she said it was sitting in this glass case. She didn't mess it up. And the only thing it would fit in to be able to mobilize was her biggest size travel suitcase.
So there's a helmet and a case in there.
Yes, and a Gronkowski jersey in case she ran into him.
But why didn't she just take the helmet out of the case?
she said she was worried. I think she said she was worried about it like smudging or something after, so she wants to be able to put it back in the glass case and then instead of carrying this. But I
respect that.
I respect it too, but I looked up, I'm like, it looked like you were carrying a body in there. It's insane. But I see these card people coming in, the card traders, and they got like their safes on wheels. Fanatics Fest really is quite the scene. Third straight year. I know it comes to a conclusion today. I mean, it's a home run. Michael Rubin has hit an absolute home run here. This is the third straight year WFAN's got the broadcast from here. And it's awesome. Look, even if you don't do the meet and greets of players, the amount of interactive activations they have upstairs, and every league has something. Ton of stuff. The card trading. It's just insane. And also a great gathering place for fans. I mean, the idea that basically I'm getting the itch scratched. I feel like I'm at a Giants tailgate today with all these Giant jerseys. Fire me up. I'm ready.
It happened to be the day. It's a good thing we did this today.
Exactly.
All the Giant fans are here listening to us.
It was a good Giants-themed day. Yeah, that's right. I had to sit here through all the Knicks stuff on Friday. I'm happy I came today for the Giants stuff. That was great.
It was a ton of Knicks on Friday.
On Friday.
Right.
It was all Knicks. I felt like I was back at the parade.
Right.
It was insane. 888-808-1019. Cologne and Hawthorne. Cologne. I just had a real accent there. Hawthorne. What's going on, Cologne?
Hey guys. Hey, Tiki, question for you, Tiki. You know,
what's up?
Messi is considered the GOAT. You know,
yes, he absolutely is.
But if he loses the game, would it take a hit only because he would be 1-3 in World Cup final matches?
That's
while
true.
Pelé is 3-0
That's
in
right.
World Cup final matches.
Yeah, but
I like that. I didn't know that set. So if he loses today, 1-3 in World Cup final for Messi.
Right, but obviously that was it. Last World Cup was the big deal for him
because it was the coronation.
It was the last trophy that he needed, and he finally got it, and it was epic, and we all remember it, and it was awesome. Now he's just trying to get a winning record in World Cup finals.
Or 500 at least.
But I mean, ultimately, it really was Pelé, but the problem is, none of us saw that.
No.
And I don't know how big soccer was. I know Pelé led to what eventually became MLS.
Yeah, because he was with the Cosmos.
The Cosmos, and they started to bring U.S. soccer. So he was a catalyst in a lot of ways.
Anybody you meet on Long Island that likes soccer is always like, Pelé was a Cosmos.
But it's like when we have these Yankee conversations about the best Yankee whatever of all time. I got a lot of those guys I didn't see.
Right, which makes it hard. And that's why, didn't we have that caller last week that brought up the GOAT, just be the GOAT of the era?
Yes.
And
by the way, he's right.
He is right, because every era is different. It's apples to oranges. Just like you shouldn't punish somebody for being in it.
Right.
Andrew in Eastchester. Andrew, what's up?
Hey, guys. T, question for you, and forgive me if you guys covered it during the week, but in regards to the World Cup, FIFA mandated that every field is natural grass, and
yes.
That
and they all had to be exactly the same. They all had to be treated the same.
Right, and the NFLPA jumped on that. FIFA can do it. Why can't the NFL do it? Is there any reason other than the finances that the NFL hasn't done it yet? Half the stadiums are turf.
Right.
I know the new Buffalo Stadium is a little different because it's brand new, but even they're going to have a grass field. They're going to have heat underneath it. So why, other than the cost, wouldn't the NFL just say, you know what? Turf has got to go.
Yeah, I think for some of them.
Andrew.
So the Giants, with the Jets, they don't own the stadium.
Right.
And so it's used for so many other different things. The upkeep of grass when you have concerts and other stage type things is daunting.
Yep.
And so I feel like they don't want the cost.
Yep, and that's exactly the problem. Well, Tiki's going to do Man and Blazers. Yankee baseball coming up next, a doubleheader. Thank you to everybody that came out from Fanatics Fest. Thanks to Steve Apria, Jez Clark, everybody involved. Tiki, me, Evan will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. on The Fan. Enjoy Yankee baseball coming up next.
Training camp is right around the corner, and nobody gets you ready for football season like WFAN.
It's a good variety of coverage.
From roster moves to quarterback questions to the biggest stories in the NFL, our experts have you covered. Get ready for Kickoff 2026 on WFAN.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward.
always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters